drivers right now.
And the Dash for Cash drivers getting ready to be introduced here. And we saved the best for last here, as all four of these drivers, including Sam Mayer, who we'll chat with in just a little bit, are going for an extra $100,000 today. You see Austin Hill, he's the first one across the stage. We'll get a couple other guys out here as well. And all these guys racing against each other, but of course racing against the other 30-plus cars in the Xfinity Series field today.
Rolling off 6.
All right, so let's talk a little bit more about this Dash for Cash. This is a big thing for drivers, 4 eligible today. We've already talked about that, but it's a big deal.
It really is. So $100,000 is massive. To put it in some context, it basically is the same as winning basically the biggest race of the year, the first race at Daytona. And you get to do that by not even winning the race. You just have to beat 3 other cars. So it's the best $100,000 you could possibly have an option at in racing, especially in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And it's just a massive thing.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people?
They get to hold that big check, but just trust me.
Joining you soon, finishing up the NC State basketball. What's up, everybody? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day. Today we have the Xfinity race, NASCAR Xfinity Series. What's it fucking called?
To win this again. He's like, I want to cash those checks.
Yeah.
Justin Allgaier bottom of house.
The fuck is it called?
Yeah, Sam Mayer also won it twice before. We talked a little bit about that. But what about Jesse Love? How's he feeling about today's race, Kim?
Fuck is today's race called?
One of the 4 drivers in the Dash for Cash today. How does an incentive like $100,000 change the way you race?
Well, if you know me, you know I'd sure like the 100K. Just looking forward to today. Try to outsmart the competition and qualify.
The Hard Rock Bet 300. The Hard Rock Bet 300 from Homestead Miami Speedway. So we have no Jaden today. We have no Jaden today. And for a very good reason. Oh my god, my fucking thumbnail looks like terrible. Oh well. No Jaden today because Jaden is at his first ever NASCAR race. Well, actually, it was last night was his first ever race. He was at the truck race last night, but he's at the whole weekend. He has garage passes. He has pit passes. He has all that stuff. And he's already met many drivers. He already met Kyle Busch, which is fucking awesome. He met Larson. He met a bunch of other drivers. Met a bunch of truck drivers. He met Frankie Muniz, which is cool. But yeah, Jaden is at the track right now. He's at the race. Yeah, that boy's gonna have some fun times to remember.
It's definitely a track you want to make a count at, and it's always a lot of fun coming here. Like you said, the half cars have been really fast today.
Yeah, he has garage passes and pit passes. I don't know where he'll be right now, but the thing is, I don't really even know what Jaden looks like. He showed me his face at one time, like 5 years ago. So I can't even look for him on the broadcast. But I know that last night he for the first stage or so he was on pit road in the garage area, and then he went up to his seat. Miami-Dade Fire and Forestry Services were able to use helicopters to pick up water in the pond outside of turns 3 to help with this. The entire salutes the efforts of all responding agencies, emergency I'm happy for that boy. I'm happy for him. I'm a little jealous that he met Kyle Busch. I'm not jealous that he's at the race. I don't get jealous at stuff like that. I could very easily buy tickets, you know. It wouldn't be easy. It would cost money. But, I could buy tickets and I could fly down there and go to the race. I don't get jealous about things that I could do.
I get jealous about things that, like,
Right, and with those
I
options,
maybe
it means
couldn't
you
do,
have
like
to
meeting
do
Kyle
something
Busch.
different
Or, like,
you
if
want
Jaden had the
to
opportunity to, like,
people.
sit
You've
atop
got
the
Kyle
pit
Busch
box or
who's
something
up
like
on the
that,
road,
like,
you're
that
gonna
would
have
make
to
me
it work
jealous,
somewhere else.
you
So
know?
the key for me when I look at this racetrack is with all those options, if you want to make something happen, you just have to find a
So
way
Sam,
to
will
do
Larson
something
sweep?
different. Make your car
Maybe,
work
that'd be cool.
somewhere else, Jim.
He's still got 2 of the 3 races left to win.
Chief's saying all day longer, be disciplined, get in a rhythm.
But then again, do I want him to sweep? I don't really know. I kind of like that being Kyle's thing. Kyle's the only driver to have won all 3 races in a weekend. He did it twice.
That's Harrison Burton, who did it back in 2020. So let's check in with him right now. Dylan?
That's right. He is a former winner here, albeit 5 years ago now already. Hard to believe. But hey, this AM Racing team has been really solid to start the year. How do you feel like you guys are going to be able to run here with the experience that you have?
I was really happy in practice. One of our best practices and really weekends up to date. You know, we're fast on the short run and on the long run. So our Dex Imaging Ford Mustang is as fast as Xfinity Mobile and especially on the long run. So I'm excited. Hopefully run the fence, only hit the right rear, not the right front, and be good to go.
Yeah, he made sure and have a stand over here by the right rear so he could show that off in practice today. Got to be able to do it well here at Homestead if you're going to be fast. Harrison Burton and all the other drivers getting set for opening ceremonies here in Miami.
If you feel like you're on the wrong road with your finances, Credit Karma can help you push through to a better place with personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on. We're done.
What about these?
Looks right.
I'll be right back. My dad needs me for something. I'll be back in just a minute.
Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
These are the new Snack Factory Pop-Ems, a pretzel take on popcorn.
See for yourself.
In our weightless tasting room, surprisingly light and crispy.
They're so incredibly munchable. They're delicious.
Snack Factory Pop-Ems, rethink your pretzel.
Reaching your financial goals can feel impossible. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Can we just hash this out?
There's nothing to hash out.
Oh, there's a bunch of hashing to be done.
Listen up. 2 big announcements.
Turn the scanner.
I'm not putting the scanner back on. Can this day get any better?
I need my best people on this. Grab your fuzzy balls and come with me.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Trusting you is the biggest mistake I ever made.
We're on the same team.
Can you go 5 minutes without committing a felony? I completely approve of this operation.
Ryan Phelps has grown his car dealerships by helping thousands of customers regardless of credit history. Ryan Phelps Auto has 21 lenders for good credit, bad credit, and really bad credit with over 200 vehicles available and a buy here, pay here option.
Just because your credit's bad doesn't mean that you have to buy from some place like this. My staff cares about its reputation, so it's certainly going to care about you.
Good credit, bad credit with A+ reputation. Visit RyanPhelps.com and see why everyone's buying from Ryan.
Come find your ride. We're making room for 2025 models with unbelievable deals on 2024 bikes. Get a free custom parts package with the purchase of any new 2024 Harley-Davidson touring model. Or 0 down and 1.49% financing on select new 2024 Softail models. While supplies last, offer ends March 31st. See store for full details or visit our website at performancehd.com.
Hi, Mike. I'm Zach. And I'm Mike from Charles Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical.
It's that time of year again. 88 lucky homeowners can save big with our 19th annual excess inventory special.
So buy off-season Central Air, and Charles will give you a Carrier high-efficiency furnace for just an additional $1,241.
Call now for your free estimate. That's Charles Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical. 457-6911.
And remember,
life doesn't come with an owner's manual. Freedom is getting to write your own. So get 10% off a Jeep Wrangler, or get into a Jeep Grand Cherokee where freedom is on-road or off, where it's a front row seat to the city, or a second row seat, maybe even a third. Life doesn't come with an owner's manual, so get out there and write your own.
During the Jeep Celebration event, well-qualified current FCA lessees can lease the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $259 a month. See your upstate New York Jeep brand dealer today.
an opportunity for drivers to impress, like Carson Quapple, right, Dylan?
That's right, Carla. Finishing where they run is ultimately kind of the goal and message today for this one team in Carson Quapple. They've been so fast so many times all year long, but just a combination of some bad luck and some rookie growing pains have led to a tough start to 2025. Today's another good chance to grow and learn. Carson told me he expects there will be a lot of that during the race today, but he has gotten better and better with each lap this weekend. Certainly expects to continue to do so over 200 laps today. Kim, they need a result and need it badly.
Well, Brandon Jones comes into this weekend carrying momentum after 2 back-to-back top 10 finishes. If they want to continue that streak, they're going to have an uphill battle ahead of them. In practice, they discovered an oil leak caused by an O-ring issue. Brandon not able to qualify. He'll start last. On the bright side, they were optimistic about their speed, Carla. And as we get ready to start today's pre-race ceremonies, Golden Corral would like to take a moment to thank our nation's heroes. It's a privilege to serve those who serve. Let's head trackside for pre-race ceremonies.
Please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the Olympic Heights High School Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome from Charlotte Harbor Young Life, Cody Workman.
Let's pray. Dear Jesus, we thank you for an amazing day of racing here at Homestead, Miami. Thank you, Lord, for all of the talents that you have blessed these drivers with today. We ask that you protect them with your love and protection and give them a sense of peace and everything that you have blessed them with. We pray for that same level of safety for their crews and for our safety workers. Finally, Lord, we take a moment to say thank you to you. Thank you for creating us, moving into our world that you created, taking on human flesh, and sacrificing yourself on the cross so that we could have an opportunity to be in an eternal relationship with you. We thank you for all of these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome comedian, lifestyle and beauty content creator from Orlando, Florida, Stefania Saavedra.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'm clapping for America, not for that. She was terrible. She was terrible.
Through military appreciation nights, providing meals to veterans and active duty service members at no cost, and is a founding partner of Camp Corral. Golden Corral helps send children of wounded, ill, or fallen military members to summer camps each year. It's truly a special experience for those kids and families. And with that, the anthem is over. The stage is set. Racing at Homestead, Miami is on the way.
Who do I have winning?
Coming up right here.
It's a good question.
On the CW when we come back.
Who do I have winning?
Don't miss your chance to race for the millions.
I want to say Allgaier.
The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back. Enter now to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race at Phoenix Raceway, where you could take home $1 million.
Forgot that I need to put this up.
The race for the million is on. The official lottery game of NASCAR. Home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
Sometimes my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis gets in my way. But thanks to
You got Sam Mayer?
I'm free to bare my skin.
The 18 shoes, no sponsors? I don't understand either.
With Sky Rizzy, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And many people were
Alright, so for the race today, it's 200 lap race, 300 miles, around a mile and a half, Homestead Miami Speedway. 410 is the green flag. 45 laps for stage 1. 45 laps for stage 2. So that'll be lap 90. And then the final 110 laps is the final stage. You have the fuel run is 60 to 65 laps. So in the first 2 stages, you will not have to pit if they go green. But if the final stage goes green, you will have to make a green flag pit stop.
Do better. With Credit Karma, you can see if there are better rates for loans and insurance, and see if you're maximizing your card rewards, so your money goes further into a Credit Karma.
41 has damage already. The side looks scratched. Might have gotten. I mean, you're running the wall. Probably running the wall in practice or qualifying, and got a little bit of damage there. And they decided that it wasn't worth fixing. You know, it wasn't that big of a deal or whatever.
Gear for gifting at 4imprint. Exclusive items and quality brands to wow your clients, your customers, and your team. Delivered on time. Go to 4imprint.com and find some wow now.
4imprint for certain.
Cerakote revolutionized car care with its #1 best-selling rapid ceramic paint seal. The unmatched gloss, slickness, and shine that you love now comes with an industry-leading 50-wash guarantee.
Introducing Cerakote's next-generation paint sealer, Rapid Ceramic Platinum. Just spray it on and lightly buff it to get incredible shine and professional results that will help your car stay cleaner longer. Look at the difference. With over 60,000 5-star reviews, you can get Cerakote. Buy today for under $20.
24-hour moisturizing body wash that locks in 4 times the moisturizers of your old body wash.
And just 12 ingredients.
That's right. Clean moisturizing body wash isn't a myth, it's native.
Miami, Florida, one of the most popular vacation destinations in the world. It's going to be a spectacular setting for sure.
Hands are sweating. What I'm feeling is urgency and intensity.
We got to execute all day, and we got to stay disciplined.
The closer you get to the wall, the more dangerous it becomes.
Clear contact in the back, the 16th round. Checker flag in the air. Sam Mayer wins at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Up today, boys.
Austin Hill sweeps Homestead Miami Speedway.
Awesome job, baby. Earned it all the way.
Well, it is a Chamber of Commerce day here in South Florida. As we look at the field, Sam Mayer has a little extra incentive today as he goes for that $100,000 Dash for Cash bonus. He'll have good track position to start with, qualifying 6th after a practice session that was cut a little short. Sam had a right front tire go down early in practice, limiting the time the team had to massage on the car. Despite that shorter session, Sam told me he felt confident about the car's long run. Dylan, again, he starts in the 6th position.
And Kim, for Connor Zilich, it's likely going to be a tortoise versus the hare type of day today. They've been honest with themselves, acknowledge they will not be able to beat Larson on the top. They know that, but just keeping the right side clean, going to be the goal today. Marty Lindley said, if Larson goes blowing by you, Connor, that's fine. It's not our day. We'll just invite him to Mexico City. That's the next road course on the schedule. Zilich is quick, though, today. He starts outside the front row, Carla.
Well, let's talk about Taylor Gray, who won his first pole earlier today. I spoke with him just a little bit ago. I asked, are people underestimating you? He said 100%. People are not giving us enough credit going into this race. Let's head out for the command.
Homestead Miami Speedway. Give a big NASCAR welcome to Gabby Allen. By day, she's a Hard Rock Bet ambassador and arena host for the Florida Panthers. But today, she is our Grand Marshal, ready to say the most famous words in motorsports. Take it away, Gabby.
Drivers, start your engines!
Engines are fired.
All the waiting is over. We got 2 rookies on the front row in Miami. It is time to push the limit in this race. Double A and the guys welcome us back. We got the NASCAR Xfinity race on deck.
If you feel held back by the weight of financial decisions, we can give you the tools to help you break free. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
These are the new Snack Factory Pop-Ems, a pretzel take on popcorn. See for yourself in our weightless tasting room. Surprisingly light and crispy.
They're so incredibly munchable. They're delicious.
Snack Factory Pop-Ems. Rethink your pretzel.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and 3-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams.
This year's rookie class in Xfinity is stacked. Yeah, it is.
Now you're up to speed. You ain't.
Tuesday, NXT on the CW brings historic action.
Stephanie McCare will defend both of her titles.
NXT, all new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Get the latest news and weather anytime, anywhere at CNYCentral.com. The latest breaking news and stories on the scene. CNYCentral.com. Always free, always on for you.
Quick, name a place to get a great deal on a great vehicle. You're Wester. March is your chance to save big at Wester Chevrolet.
It's weird without Jaden in the stream.
Great financing and the low monthly payment you're looking for. Like right now, purchase a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 and get 2.9% APR financing for 72 months. And this month only at Wester, get $2,000 more than Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade-in or lease turn-in. $2,000 more at Wester. Welcome to Wester.
To be or not to be? That's the question.
You're being theatrical.
No, I'm not. What's the one thing you want your show to be? Helpful. And what's the one thing not to be?
Not to be seen as a know-it-all.
Well, your version of a show is titled Joe Knows.
And every week, thanks to my callers, I do know more.
So, the one thing you want your show to be?
Helpful.
Stanley Law.
Come find your ride. We're making room for 2025 models with unbelievable deals on 2024 bikes. Get a free custom parts package.
I didn't watch any of the truck race because I was working.
Harley-Davidson touring bikes.
Yeah, Jaden was at the truck race last night too.
1.49% financing on select new 2024 Softail models. While supplies last, offer ends March 31st. See store for full details or visit our website at performancehd.com.
Ryan Phelps has grown his car dealerships by helping thousands of customers regardless of credit history. Ryan Phelps Auto has 21 lenders for good credit, bad credit, and really
Gray a rookie? I don't think so.
Vehicles available and a buy here, pay here option.
Just because your credit's bad doesn't mean that you have to buy from some place like this. My staff cares about its reputation, so it's certainly.
Yeah, but Taylor Gray is the pole sitter.
A+ reputation. Visit RyanPhelps.com and see why everyone's buying from Ryan.
Oh no, he is. He is a rookie. Taylor Gray is a rookie. Here. Let me reformat this.
And this is a vacation hotspot, but this weekend home to NASCAR. CW Sports welcomes you to the Homestead Miami Speedway today. It's round 6 for the Xfinity Series. This is an awesome track. Drivers
there we go.
Fans love it. And I'll say we're pretty fired up about it as well. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody, with Parker Kligerman, Jamie McMurray. I'm Adam Alexander. So here we go. 6th race of the year. Second in a
That's
row.
better.
Mile-and-a-half venue, but today an additional $100,000.
Bro, they're not even at the track.
Yeah, big money, and you've got
That's
guys
lame.
like Justin Allgaier that have won it 5 times. It's $500,000 extra that he's put in his pocket. And we talked to Sam Mayer, another driver going for it. He's won it twice. He said, look, today is all about winning the race, because if I win the race today,
I'm guaranteed $100,000. Austin Hill, Jesse Love, both those guys have not been able to win it, but Austin Hill did win this race 1 year ago, so great shot at it today.
And if they're going to win this race, though, the guy they're going to have to beat, most likely, Kyle Larson in that 17 car. He's won here in all 3 series, but the question is, Jamie, does he beat himself? We saw in practice he hit the wall, knocked the crush panel out of it, hit it far too hard. You don't want to hit it that hard. You can get some.
Who is Justin Baltimore? I don't even know.
And just lean on it.
I mean, I've heard the name. I don't really know, though.
He did recover from a mistake last night, and if he has an issue today, we might be the winners as he drives his way
I
through.
think he races in ARCA.
Earlier today, 4 of the rookies, James.
Unbelievable, those guys up front. And if you look, we've got 2 of our Dash for Cash drivers, Justin Allgaier in 4th, and Sam Mayer, who we just talked about, is going to be starting 6th. Justin, though, has never had a top 5 at this racetrack.
He beats full-time in the well-in modified, and then part-time in Xfinity.
Starting back in 17th. He won the truck race here last night. He's trying to sweep all 3 races, just like Kyle Busch has done in the past. Another Dash for
At least some cars have damage. Like I said, I mean, they were practicing earlier, and just practicing qualifying, and obviously you're running the wall at Homestead. So they might have scraped the wall a little bit, and, you know, I guess the teams decided that it wasn't really that big of a deal, so they just let it go.
He's making his first race start here at Miami, and Brandon Jones did not make a qualifying lap due to an oil leak. He rolled off from row 1938.
It's all good for Brandon Jones. Started at the back last week, finished 6th in Las Vegas. He may be onto something here. Beautiful day in South Florida. Let's hear from our pit reporters, and we lead things off with Kim Kuhn. Hey, Kim.
Good afternoon. Well, Justin Bonsignore making his 2nd start of the season, and he's been busy since
Mike Snyder is back. That's cool.
Just over 2 weeks ago, his wife Taylor gave birth to their 2nd baby boy, Grayson Anthony. But it was Justin who actually delivered the baby. You see the tweet there. As the birth progressed much faster than expected, ultimately Justin delivered his son
In a McDonald's parking lot.
away to the hospital in a McDonald's parking lot. He said it only took about 45 seconds from when he called 911 to baby Grayson being out. You see baby Grayson right there. Justin told us today in practice, joking that delivering your own baby and running the wall at Miami, Dylan, are about equally as nerve-wracking.
But Kim, Harrison Burton's 3 top 10s to start this year are more than the AA Racing team had over the entire course of last season, so give credit where it's due. This team has taken a big step forward this year. It's interesting talking to Harrison every weekend. As a now Cup Series winner, he's got a great perspective on how to elevate his own game now that he's back full-time in the Xfinity Series. He is a former winner here back in 2020. You see this great late race battle here that he ultimately came out on top of. He said this track and Darlington are the 2 he's most excited to come back to in the Xfinity Series and apply what he's learned racing on Sundays. He was happy with his car this morning. Feels like they can contend up front all day if they get some long green flag runs.
I'm going to tell you what, Dylan, they have just gotten better and better week by week. We'll have fun watching that 25 today. I like the 48. Qualified 3rd, hometown guy. Let's dial up Nick Sanchez.
Hey, Nick, this is Jamie and the guys up in the booth. You got me? All right, man. Well, you look great out there in qualifying. We see you're going to start 2nd row inside, but the story has been lines. And are you going to run low? Are you going to run high? Are you going to run in the middle? What's your game plan going in? Where are you going to start?
Yeah, thank you for that. As far as my game plan for my Big Machine Bronco Cycler Chevrolet, I mean, just get where the grip is, and obviously this racetrack's always evolving, so it's just a matter of changing my driving, changing my line throughout the race, trying to make this number 48 go as
Josh Williams is 6th still. Yeah, Ty Dillon's in the car.
Well, we're going to enjoy watching you. We know that the line's going to move around all day long. Have fun today, buddy.
come back and get you there, sir.
Good luck today, Nick.
Yeah.
That was a nice ad-lib by you.
Well, you know, I mean, like, that's how I do it, Adam.
I mean, we're coming to the green flag.
Yeah, I know. What do you want to tell him? You want to spot for him? I wanted to be more gracious, but I'm like, if I'm in the car, I'm like, shut up. I'm trying to start this race.
I'm just glad you didn't bring up the pictures we showed during the practice
Fine.
qualifying show earlier today. Closed captioning for this race brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever. 71 is Ryan Ellis. We'll have fun watching him today. A great looking paint scheme. 300 miles today, 200 laps, 45 laps. The first two stages, a 110-lap run to end it. Last week's winner, the reigning champ, Justin Allgaier, qualified fourth. Here's team radio.
here. No mistakes, discipline, just like last week. We'll be in the cap race seat when this race comes to an end.
He's the veteran. The rookie starts on the pole. Taylor Gray has started top 10 in every race this year. First career pole coming this afternoon at the Homestead Miami Speedway. It's an all-rookie front row. To his right in the 88 is Connor Zillage.
Yeah, and Parker, the one thing that we noticed last night in the truck race...
I don't know when Josh will come back. Hopefully next week.
Line, maybe it's not preferred turns 1 and 2, but on this initial start, it had way more grip. Yep.
Pace car is in. Time to make the magic in Miami.
All right. Going back green. Green flag is in the air. We are racing from Homestead.
He just had a little wiggle in the car, trying to get the power down, was not able to. That outside group just does not have the grip when you try to put the power down.
And as you see, they all start filling out, searching for a little bit of clean air. You see Sanchez get a little bit loose, kind of sliding up. Now he's trying to block to the inside, gets split 3 wide.
I like that 3 wide. Eck is down low, right in the white line, and that number 16. Make it 4 wide. High side coming together as well. So many opportunities at this racetrack. That white and green car outside 41 is Sam Mayer.
And that's such a tough position for Nick Sanchez there. He got put in the middle, which is a really tough position early on the race, and he just couldn't get the momentum going. He was swapped from the inside, the outside, and loses a ton of positions in just a single lap.
Yeah, and the one thing we'll focus on in this race is short run speed versus long run speed. And as I watched Sam Mayer, he ran high in turns 3 and 4, was able to make ground up. You see he's going to run high again. Then when he got to 1 and 2, he went right to the bottom. It looks to me like that 41 car is super quick on the short run.
Look at the bumper. You talked off the top, Jamie, on Dash for Cash. Those 4 drivers going for the payout, highlighted in green. You don't have to win the race. Just finish best among that group. Justin Allgaier leading the way there right now.
And Adam, do you know why those are green?
Because we're giving away the money. Can you give me a little...
Sam Mayer has a penalty? Or, sorry, no, the 1 car. Who's the 1 car? I don't even fucking know anymore, dude.
Isn't he? Kyle Larson from 17th to the top 10 in just a couple of laps.
Who's the 1 car?
Being so good around the top, but listen, he's good at this racetrack.
The 1 car has a penalty for pulling out a line.
We're going to talk about being disciplined, and I think his dirt background, being disciplined and not overdriving the corners on a slick dirt type track, makes him really special here. As you see, Carson Quapple is on pit road.
Oh, that's Carson Quapple, that's right.
Restart or initial start violation.
Yeah, Larson is in this race.
Let's go back and see what happened here. You can't pull out a line before you get to the start-finish line.
So there he is, that orange. Oh, yeah.
It almost looks like he got hit from behind.
Well, it was pushed.
So, Quapple has a penalty.
That was ahead of him. He was spinning the tires because we talked about how there's very little grip as we look at the battle for the lead here, and that caused a bit of a checkup. He tried to get around it, but NASCAR didn't think there was enough of a checkup to make it that he broke the plane there. Gets a penalty.
Talk about opposite ends of the spectrum on experience. You got the rookie leading, the veteran right behind, and we see a few of these battles throughout the field. And here's the big deal. You want to lead laps, you want to maintain track position, but you have to take care of those tires in your car over the long haul. We saw the truck race last night a couple of times.
Here's video from Jaden. Not looking great on stream. Oh well.
Well, he's good, but I got my eye on this 19 car, Justin Bonsignor. We talked to him earlier this week, Adam. 25 minutes of practice is all the experience he has at this racetrack. As I watch him, that 19 car is rolling around the top really well.
Yeah, the lap count might be a little bit off, but it's like 1 lap off. Maybe a lap and a half. It's weird.
And Justin Allgaier won last week, being that word you used, Jamie, disciplined, and he's doing that right now. You saw him down 1-2, just wrapping that white line, taking care of those tires. Taking care of those tires starts very early as he's going to look to the inside here of Taylor Gray, trying to side draft him and then use the distance difference down into turn 1 here to try and clear Taylor Gray. He's going to get that done now, and it looks like a massive amount. Easily makes that clear.
Yeah, he's going to slide up in front of him right here. The 54 probably has a little bit of a run down the backstretch, but not race him overly hard. Going to want that top line as they get down into turns 3 and 4.
All number 7.
And good to see the bottom lane working early here for Allgaier. Spoke with Jim Pullman. He said last fall here we prioritized running good on the top. It didn't really work for us. We really need to be more fluid, more maneuverable. They emphasized that today, and Allgaier's been good down low early on.
I'd say 7s are wild early. The 7 is out front, Justin Allgaier. The 17, the 1-7, Kyle Larson is on the move from 17th to 5th. We're 8 laps in Miami. There you see the top 5 led by the reigning champ.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as fast as you can.
Why does everybody hate Almirola again?
And whatever this is. Our team, Toyota guys.
Something happened at Phoenix, right?
We made some serious.
He won that photo finish and people got pissed or whatever.
Definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big, happy family of speed demons. Now look at it, you know? It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the
Yeah, my lap counter shows laps completed, not the lap that you're on. And then it takes a few seconds after the lap is finished to actually update that.
We can now safely go wherever the wind takes us.
That's right.
It was one of those books that smelled bad, but in a good way.
Oh, didn't think this through, did you?
Nope. You go without me. The owner and I aren't on speaking terms. Apparently the refills are limited.
Okay.
It's not okay.
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California,
Brake pads.
to oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network.
I think the MLB season should start first Wednesday of April. I like it starting in the last week of March. I've always preferred that. Like,
moving full speed ahead.
just feels better that way. We have a few games in March too.
Phone lines from Verizon, $25 each.
And iPhone 16 Pro.
We all got one. It's not on us. It's on them.
Going in.
Hi, we're here for
the unlimited plan, $25 a line.
Yeah, and
iPhone 16 Pro, one for each of you.
Yeah, but it's
What, Nick? CPR? What is? Why'd you just write the CPR? What?
And iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence.
What his job is? Is it Dairy? Yeah, he works at Dairy Queen with me.
That was actually easier than we thought.
Don't miss your chance to race for the millions.
Silas, are you ready?
The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back. Enter now to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race at the Phoenix Raceway, where you could take home $1 million.
YouTube fucks up things.
The race for the millions.
Yeah, YouTube's a weirdo.
Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR.
Dick, I'm gonna give it CPR. Dick, I'm gonna give it CPR.
I know that drivers love this place because you have all the options, but man, for a broadcaster or a fan, this place is just flat entertaining, especially when this driver is in the field. Larson wasting no time driving to the front.
So Larson to the lead already.
Do these sorts of things, and I just shake.
Or sorry, he's up to third. My bad.
My head from inside the car, watching him do it. I'm shaking my head from the outside, and you see how easily
My bad.
he gets to the wall. And he even at times doesn't have the right entry because he's going around traffic, whatever, but still makes speed up there, Jamie. That's
Lewis
so
Hamilton won the
impressive.
sprint
So many
race.
people have to be
That's
on the
cool.
wall and have it all go right to make speed. It doesn't matter for him. Now he goes to the bottom at 3 and 4. He's still going to make speed.
Well, and I think he goes to the bottom right here, just seeing what his car is going to feel like, knowing he knows that Sam Mayer is running around the top, and he's not going to be able to pass him there. We watched the truck race last night. He caught traffic and had a hard time getting around them because they were running against the wall. So he's significantly faster than everybody else, but when you're in his position and you're looking ahead and you see the red number 7 or the green or white number 41 of Mayer, you know that when you get to him that you're going to have to pass him on the bottom. But it is amazing to watch him just produce the lap times that he can around this place in the top or the bottom.
I would say usually it gets harder and harder to pass cars as you get to the front. Maybe not so much for him. And you talk about big movers. Certainly the headliner is going to be Kyle Larson because of his history here and the fact that he's come from 17th and into the top 3. But let's not forget about Brandon Jones, plus 23. Had to start in the back. You talked about that in the pre-race show you guys did. Here he is at plus 23, plus 12 for Larson. Austin Hill didn't have a great qualifying run. One of our Dash for Cash drivers. He's into the top 10 at plus 10. And that's worth noting because when he won here last year, he qualified in the 16th position. And now we check in on Jones.
Oh, someone's smoking. The 16 of Christian Eckes. has an engine issue.
I heard you say
No caution yet.
It's almost, you'd almost think it's like a transmission issue, but that's a lot of smoke.
No caution.
It's coming from the front.
Staying green. Oh, caution. There it is.
Oh, there's the caution. And you know what? That's a
So about a 9.5 minute green flag run to start the race.
to make the pit stop. He didn't go a lap down.
Caution is out
Maybe would have been in
for
jeopardy
Christian
with the pace
Eckes.
of losing a lap
Must have
before
dropped
this
some
run ended
fluids down on the
at
track.
end of the stage, and now he can cycle around and put himself back in the game.
And to your point, the leaders were about a quarter straight away behind him, so they were going to be there fast on Travis.
We'll find this out when we come back. But there will be a strategy question here on do you pit burn a set of tires? Most will not, but some could play the game to get points. We'll follow up then when we return. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Miami.
Miami.
Dude, what are you doing? I'm protecting my car. That's too much work. WeatherTech is so much easier. Laser measured floor liners up here, seat protector and cargo liner back there. Nice. Out here, side window deflectors, and mud flaps, and the bump step to keep the bumper dent free. Cool. It's the best protection for your vehicle, new or pre-owned. Great. But where do I order? WeatherTech.com.
David takes Prevagen for his brain, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name's David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really worked so good for me. Makes my day.
Prevagen, for your brain.
So I can take the steak home?
Yeah.
As many butterfly shrimp as I want?
You got it.
Cake?
You can take home everything.
Those tongs? Ice cream machine? Dessert bar? That guy's hat?
We're
That
gonna let
guy's
that guy
hat.
keep his hat, but want some more broccoli?
No thanks, I'm good.
These are the new Snack Factory Poppins, a pretzel take on popcorn.
See for yourself.
In our weightless tasting room.
Surprisingly light and crispy. They're so incredibly munchable. They're delicious.
Snack Factory Poppins. Rethink your pretzel.
ACE's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at ACE. You'll get everything you need at our best price each season, guaranteed. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
ACE is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check first that you bought seats in the right section.
Alright, I ordered food. Hopefully it'll come at like the stage end.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Welcome to the Proving Ground. Welcome to fist bumping, cylinder thumping, metal crunching. Big hit right there. It's all or nothing for 26 weeks of the year.
The wait is finally over.
Welcome to the NASCAR Xfinity Series, only on the CW.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.
So first caution is out of the day for Christian Eckes. Looks like he had an engine issue.
Seen all the drivers in the field today that have won here. And the only one we didn't catch in our reel is Myatt Snyder, driving the 91, making his first start of 2025. Won this race for Richard Childress Racing a few years ago. Only win in his career. If you were going to win one race, I know Daytona probably top of the list, but this would be a track that would be very rewarding. And with a caution out, 91 going to come down and get a little service here. They were running 33rd.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to put tires on. They're just making an adjustment right there, raising the back of the car up, it looks like.
That team had a top 15 finish earlier this year with Josh Bilicki behind the wheel. Pretty big adjustment there.
A lot of rounds in that left rear.
Nick Sanchez qualified third, the rookie from Miami. Is currently in the 9th position, and now we take a look at Nick's Race Fit Health Report, brought to you by Tree. What jumps out here, guys?
Well, I like the running. I think that's good. The thing that sticks out to me is I've never seen anyone say their diet was red meat. I'm like, I like him. I'm good friends with
But wait a minute, if you're an athlete and you admit that your diet is tiramisu and cheesecake, that's my kind of diet.
I think it means he's doing some serious strength exercise to burn those calories. Also, Cuban coffee. We go.
I want to try that. I've never had
caffeine content.
Yeah, I think we should all try that next week. That is not a Cuban coffee.
This is what I referenced earlier when you had done the interview with him. But this is his place, right? And we talked about him in a pre-race and before we went green. But he's from Miami, and this track is where it all began racing go-karts.
How amazing, though, like to be a kid, not involved in racing, and to get to go to the track, and then he's on the track racing. That's incredible.
His uncle gave his dad tickets to a truck race here a number of years ago.
At him now.
And that's why he's in NASCAR. Allgaier leading under caution, middle stage of this opening step.
Closed captioning for today's race is brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever.
Race fans, don't miss a single lap. Catch the races for free with Tableau. Plus, pause and record all the action.
ACE's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at ACE. You'll get everything you need at our best price each season, guaranteed. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
ACE is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
Still searching for the one? Olay Super Cream with SPF. The power of 5 in one super cream. To hydrate smooth, brighten, firm, and protect. Skin just drinks it in to boost cells for more resilient skin. It's super cream. Only Olay.
These are the new Snack Factory Poppins, a pretzel take on popcorn.
See for yourself.
In our weightless tasting room, surprisingly light and crispy.
They're so incredibly munchable.
Delicious. Snack Factory Poppins. Rethink your pretzel.
Salon Pass Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
Okay, Noah's gonna make a fire. Our job is to let him do it by himself.
What kind of wood you got there?
Greg, it's important to challenge young homeowners turning into their parents.
Not a great start. You're gonna turn it. You gotta turn it.
Doesn't look structurally sound here.
Tom, they can't help themselves.
Fire starter?
Okay.
You know, cavemen, they built fires with nothing but their wits and their bare hands.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
He's a cop, she's a con, and together this unlikely duo uses their skills to catch criminals. Catch an all-new episode of the hit series Wild Cards, Wednesday, 8/7 Central. It's right here on the CW. Halfway home, Stage 1, Homestead Miami Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Justin Allgaier leading. Mayer, Larson, Gray, and Creek the top five. Brandon Jones in early movement front.
15th position after starting last. And what we do need to know, we talked about him not being able to make qualifying laps because of the oil leak in practice. What that did give him, despite starting last, was a slight tire advantage. He used that. I talked to him before he got in the car. He said, I want to be at least up 10 spots in the first few laps. Well, he got that and more. Again, up 23 spots. Right now, Brandon just saying tighten the corner. Dylan, he has no stability when he gets back in the throttle.
And Kim, another big mover we've already documented, Kyle Larson from 15th to 3rd. I asked his crew chief, Adam Wall, how do you rein him in all day? How do you keep the right side on? And he said, it's hard to because the real speed is the Larson line right up against the wall. It also saves tires up there, so you don't want to move around too much. I think the good news is Kyle did it pretty efficiently. He had to run the bottom a little bit, but they were pretty smooth on the racetrack. Kyle didn't have too much to say about the race car other than he's pretty happy with it. They've done what they needed to do. They've got the track position. Now Larson can go to work.
Dylan talking about Larson. They're talking about him on 7 Radio as well.
The 17 doing the start there. Did he run the fence taking off, or did he just kind of go where they were? He was making time on the bottom of 3 and 4. You know, good move, right? Like, I mean, for them, get that time track position. Obviously, he'll make the speed on the short run, and then the car will have to make the speed on the long run, right? In the 54, like I felt like that was my advantage, just kind of push him into spinning the tires and flipping the tires, and then once I got settled in, just kind of run my pace.
Hey, whatever you got to convince yourself of in that situation.
Well, I would tell Justin, don't chase the 17.
Yeah.
Like you got the dash for cash, the 100,000. Race the guy on your outside right now. Let the 17 go try to beat himself if he gets into the wall. Justin his strength hasn't been right against the fence. Don't get knocked into it. Take yourself out of this dash for cash race.
All 4 of our dash for cash drivers find themselves inside the top 15 here, including the 2 on the front row. All Geyer has led 15 laps. He's on the inside as we return to the green flag. To his right is Sam Mayer.
All right, going back green.
Gray, row 3, Zilich and Sheldon Creed.
Green flag is in the air. We have 22 laps to go in stage 1.
Green once again in Miami.
The 17 gives a little bit of a push right there, but Justin's going to have to really protect the bottom. The 17 is going to try to stay right on that white line and get the grip on the exit of the corner. That outside line struggled mightily once again to get going. It's just not the place to be. Justin's able to hold on to Kyle Larson for 2 right now. A little bit of a gap down towards turn 3, but Sam Mayer struggled massively, and that checked up that whole outside line. And it's so hard to give the front row up. I mean, like, in hindsight, looking at it, you're like, well, maybe I should have taken 3rd. Look at Kyle right there on the bottom. Is he going to have enough momentum, though? I think the 41's actually going to get to the outside of Kyle Larson. Oh, you see a big run right here. He's going to be on the preferred lane on the bottom right now.
Look at Mayer getting after it.
Yeah, Larson's going to have to commit to that top line in 3 and 4. If they're not going to be there, he'll have to commit to that. And he wants to get in front of the 41 because the 41's going to want the exact same line as they get to 3 and 4. A big decision for Justin now. Like, do you protect against the wall or do you run in the middle? He was running up against the wall before that caution gap. That's what he's going to do here. Larson to the middle and Sam all the way to the bottom. He clear himself slide job a little bit up the racetrack.
I don't know if Allgaier likes this or he hates it. I mean, they're racing behind him, but they're also coming after him. And speaking of which, here comes Larson. Down to the inside as they head to turn 1.
And the reason it's so important is obviously you want to be in the lead, but all of those guys were running right against the wall. Whoever can get the lead first and get to the wall is going to be able to control the race because we know how hard it is to complete the pass on the bottom. And Justin loses 2 positions in 1 corner going to the wall there in 1 and 2. There's just so much more distance, but there's still tire grip left. Those drivers that go to the bottom can just make up massive amounts of time by having less distance around the track.
This is the earliest the driver starting outside the top 15 has been able to find his way to the race lead. That surprises me not in the least as we talk about Kyle Larson and as he starts to put some distance between himself and back through the field. Great racing everywhere here. The sense of urgency when you have a restart at this place is enormous.
What I think so hard about this racetrack when you're in the position that these guys are in from like 12th on back is there's so many different lanes to run. We know the top maybe is a preferred, but not necessarily if someone's in front of you. And there's so many options. At most tracks, you kind of know where you want to block or where you want to run. It's so hard here because everyone has an option.
And we speculated some guys could come and get tires on that cycle under that caution. Not a bunch of people did. One of them that was able to take advantage, Garrett Smithley. We're riding on board here. This is the KSDT CPA onboard camera. Tires equal speed, and he's starting to make up some ground on this restart. You feel like a hero when everyone else is on real tires and you got some stickers.
And for this race team, they struggle a lot in practice and qualifying. This can be a little bit of hedge maybe to try and stay in the lead lap over an entire run, which can help their day throughout the whole day. Just staying in the lead lap in that first stage will be big for them. So I'm not sure he'll drive all the way back up in the top 10 to get some stage points, but can find himself not going a lap down.
Honeyman, another driver that did this, he's worked his way back to the top 15. He's on it. It's working out for the 70. We'll continue to follow his progress.
And they're going to want it to stay green because if you get a cautionary rack when you start on scuffs, though they're going to be an advantage, it's not as big of an advantage as you have when you're on like the stickers the first cycle on those tires. So we're on board here with Swalich. Oh, you hear the rear spinning right down the exit at 2, and that is just this place is so amazing. Like, you get to the edge of the corner and you think, oh, I've got it. There's enough grip. I know there isn't. It's not there. You want to get that throttle down. In every single corner, the car loses the ability. It loses grip. Not lap after lap, but corner by corner. You just constantly have to adjust. As a driver, it's an amazing feeling when it's going well.
No, caution.
It's not a very fun feeling. It's such a challenging track.
Caution's out.
Guys, see caution's back out right now.
It's about a 30 minute 3-minute, 50-second green flag run there.
Oh, it's Chris Wright. Yep.
Chris Wright.
First caution of the day came out with the engine issue for Christian Eckes. He has taken his out of the garage, done for the day. And our second yellow flag.
Real slow, all the way back to us now.
For the front of Chris Wright.
Yeah, you hear Keith Barnwell, that's Chris Wright's spotter on the radio. He's got both, it looks like both right side tires are flat, and he's just telling him to go slow. We've seen so many times if you go too fast and it rips all the crush panels out, it can rip some of the bodywork off. So you're better off to kind of pay the consequence of going slow right here and having all the aero effects still stay intact.
Right, if you start to damage that body, damage the race car further, it goes from a tough day to a very long day. So I think we're going to look at what happened here. So bottom right of your, top right of your screen there. You see up next to the wall. We talked about getting on the throttle. This is what happens.
It's so closed right there.
Is that my insider? Yeah, it is. Well done, Mayan, to avoid that. But that's, this place, as the tires loses that grip, the car just becomes unpredictable. You're trying to get back to the throttle, and it can go in an instant like it did for Chris Wright.
You talk about the best coming to the front. All four of our dash.
Chris Wright, he is trash, yeah.
Larson, the pre-race favorite, is leading. Inside of 15 to go when we come back.
Sorry, honey, it's a work thing.
Mine's also a work thing. I just need someone to cover my shift.
So is mine. Alan says your business vehicle is now covered with Progressive.
Protected 24/7, just like your home and auto.
Oh, that's great.
So dinner time's just phone time now.
I'm sorry. I heard that ground turkey is the healthiest poultry.
You know what? Never mind. Just be on your phone.
Did you know you can save with GoodRx, even if you have insurance?
I thought my prescription was covered until it wasn't, but GoodRx helps with that.
I work for myself, so I buy my own insurance. And I still check GoodRx.
I'm on Medicare. I check GoodRx because it's a basic copay. Something like that.
Even if you have insurance, GoodRx can help you save.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
There's news. And there's good news. Like thousands of patients receiving free, life-changing surgeries. From volunteer doctors and nurses on hospital ships.
I think he's alright.
All made possible.
Thought I heard him making a sound.
We love good news. These are the new Snack Factory Pophams, a pretzel take on popcorn. See for yourself in our weightless tasting room. Surprisingly light and crispy.
They're so incredibly munchable.
They're delicious. Snack Factory Pophams. Rethink your pretzel.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
Sorry, bud. Not while I weed.
Hey! The dog's out! Spruce, a new weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets.
Does it actually work?
Visible results in 1 hour and dead weeds in 1 day.
Spruce works.
Spruce, the new, hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer.
The biggest names in the game collide in a high-stakes battle to claim track supremacy. 4 cities, 4 slams, over 12 million on the line. Grand Slam Track. It all begins live from Kingston, Saturday, April 5th on the CW. It's up to Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, and the rest of the field to keep Eric Almirola from his 3rd straight Martinsville title.
I just needed to get from there to here first.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series, live next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific.
All right, getting ready to go back green.
In the top 5 as we prepare for the restart. Chevrolet's been outstanding when you look at the numbers so far in 2025.
Where are you going?
Won 4 of the 5 races before today. They started on the pole in every race. 8 of 10 stage wins, closing on 700 laps led, and the Chevy of Kyle Larson is going to be the man in charge when we return to the green flag at the end of stage 1.
They've got another really good shot at it. On the front row.
Go for the sweep.
These
Everybody's worth right here.
Yeah, keep your eye on that outside lane. Can they get a better restart than we see in these first couple?
The best
All right.
thing for Mayer, though, is that he keeps getting
Back
to
green.
do it. And the more you get to do it, the more practice you get. He still needs more practice.
Oh.
And he tried to squeeze down. Oh,
Yeah, Sam Mayer didn't have the best restart there.
Allows the 17 and just knocking on the 7 to get away from that outside lane. It's such a struggle to get the power down out there.
Look out, spread out. Just fan out 2 and 3 wide as they come through the corner, and then you close up and figure out where you need to be coming down the back straightaway.
Yeah, you're just trying to get out of the wake of the car in front of you because the track kind of has grip everywhere, especially in 1 and 2 on the restart. And you're just searching for clean air. Wherever the guy in front of you goes, it doesn't even matter if it's the preferred line. You're just trying to get clean air. It's Justin Allgaier's trying to get back to the inside of Kyle Larson.
Come on, we all thought once he got control, it's going to be difficult to challenge him. Allgaier said, forget about it. I'm coming after the 17. 7 flexing the muscles down on the white line.
Yeah, and you got to balance out like that distance part. We talk about the top works, but it's so much further around. And on these restarts, you have just a little bit more grip. And so you see Larson's going to cheat down in the middle. In turn 22, he's going to run the wall at 3 and 4, knowing that Allgaier needs a little more room.
Justin doing a great job down here in the middle. That's a tough place to make time, but you see the car get really loose on the exit. But that was really strong through the center right there. He had to go somewhere else because you don't want to be that dirty air behind Larson, and they're all going to turn in a little earlier here in turn 1 because that distance.
Yeah, and Allgaier's got to be careful because as he's trying to pass the 17 of Kyle Larson, Sam Mayer is getting closer and closer, and you don't want to give up a spot trying to get one. We have another player, though, coming into all this. It's the guy that won this race last year. If you look up right behind that green number 41 of Sam Mayer, you see Austin Hill, that red, white, and blue number 21. He's kind of infamous for running around the middle to the bottom of the track. Might seem a little higher.
But hey, look behind him, though. I mean, we got Leland Honeyman, who pitted at lap 19, got 4 tires. And running with him and that black number 28, Kyle Seek, he just pitted at lap 31. The tires mean everything. He might drive through and win the stage.
He started 35th on this one. He's flown through the field. That shows you the difference between new tires and having as many laps as the leaders have on their tires. Oh, you feel like Superman in this moment. It's the best feeling in the world what Kyle Sieg is getting right now.
You do, but you got to know the consequences of that. You get those cautions.
Oh, wrong goes the 19, Justin Bonsignor. Caution is out.
Third caution of the day. Keeps it off the wall. No contact.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he blew a tire out either. He's going to be right there.
So that was about a 3-minute 25-second green flag run, or 2-minute 25-second green flag run. Sorry.
Those tires for sure. Yes, right. He said he wanted an experience. I think he's got one.
He's checking every box on the experience meter.
And he's going to be in the same position as Kyle Sieg. He's going to come in, put tires on, and hopefully be able to drive up there and get some stage points. They're not doing this based on strategy. They're just going to be put in this position. You see he got into the inside right there, just trying to get woed up, then staying off of Taylor Gray. Taylor saw him coming up the racetrack, and you saw him move up into Harrison Burton, trying to get away. Spotter probably on the radio telling him, give him some room, give him some room.
And the difference for Justin, what he experienced in qualifying, having that car be loose on new tires versus what you have when these tires as worn as this, there's no catching it. When it's that sideways, with the battle level, the grip level you have, that car's gone far before you ever got it all the way sideways. So it's just that you get this low on grip, you've got to be more disciplined. You got to be more precise with the race car. Otherwise, you're going to end up a big slide like that and then spinning out.
You know, 3 cautions here in this first stage. Eckes is out of the race with the engine problem. Chris Wright gets the free pass. That means everybody that's still running, all 37 cars, will be on the lead lap as we get ready for the restart. That's going to be inside of 5 laps to go in stage 1. And now we get an update on Josh Williams in the 11, Kim.
Yeah, Josh Williams, we've been talking about the pneumonia he's had for the past few weeks. Last weekend, he had to get out of the car at Vegas. Ty Dillon in the car. Ty continued that and practiced and qualified that car for Josh. Josh taking the green flag.
Oh, wait, Josh Williams is in the race today.
Josh feels great right now, so much so that they have dismissed Ty Dillon. So Josh intends to run all 200 laps here. They'll look for some slight changes to make it more like what Josh needs at the end of this stage. As we talk about the 19, we saw that slide he made he just apologized to the team. He said he got too much momentum. It was very edgy before that. Stevie Reed's the spotter, working overtime, trying to coach this driver on his first start at Miami. And Justin had told me it is all about learning today. He certainly learned something right there.
Yeah, I would say there's no need to apologize on his part. He's here trying to learn, and you're going to make some mistakes. I mean, the car is not torn up. They're going to be on a little different tire strategy than what other guys are going to be, but he's an incredible driver, and he's here to learn, and the only way you learn is to make some mistakes and just don't do it again.
Well, Parker, I just always appreciate...
Yeah, NASCAR shows Josh Williams instead of Ty Dillon. What does my thing say? Yeah, no, Josh Williams, yeah. He is in the race.
But I got to tell you, he's showing his talent on multiple occasions today. They practice qualifying and now in the race with that save. And I'm sure those tires will be driving to the front. And a few other takers here. This is going to be a wild restart. 39 is in Ryan Sieg, Dylan.
Yeah, he qualified inside the top 10 and started further forward than he has the last couple of weeks. They've battled a free condition all weekend. It's more of the same here this afternoon. Said he's just too free everywhere. They'll change 4 tires and add fuel. You see Harrison Burton as well on the right side of the screen there. He was reporting that he was just a little bit too snug in the 25 car.
You know, here's the one thought. Do you pit here and just ease around in the back and try to take care of it?
All right, my food's on its way. I think it'll be here during the stage break. Good.
Because I believe that is the option you have. You have the option to sort of take it easy. You know you're going to get a gob of track position when everyone else pits under the stage. You then take his best care of those.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, no, Josh is in the car. He is in the car. I heard earlier that he wasn't going to be in the car today, but Ty Dillon practiced the car, and I think he qualified it, but Josh is in the car right now, which I didn't even expect. I thought he was going to be sitting out today.
The baddest brand in sports entertainment is with Best Female Division is all new this Tuesday with the first female double champion Stephanie Vauquier pulls double duty and defends her women's championship against Jada Parker and her North American title against Fallon Henley. Don't miss WWE NXT Tuesday 8/7 Central right here on the CW.
I'm Team Jada. Great last name.
I'm team drive to the front here. That's what I am. I don't want to take care of those tires and burn them up. And I'll say this, if you look at the history, Ryan Sieg has won 2 stages in his career. This is the game that they played to win those stages.
Wow, that's awesome. You got a custom KD jersey. Is it a Suns jersey or Thunder or what?
I think that's a good choice for the guy in second. And for Kyle Sieg, I like the outside because as long as opportunity. Yeah, just as long as the 41 can slightly get going, you time it right to go outside of him as you get this.
That's awesome.
Side, he will fly by these leaders. I think that's a really good point. They've got to tell Kyle to give a little bit of a gap to that 41 because he's not going to be able to accelerate. Not only being in that outside lane, but the fact of how old his tires are. So if the 28 can time that out, you're right, Parker. He's going to be in a great position. And the 17 and 7, they've told them on the radio, like, look, the 28.
It's the throwback they did last year with him on it.
It's going to be hard to hold him off. And what we saw,
you should send me a picture on Discord of it.
Everyone's taking note of through this race. The outside has struggled so violently. Everyone who started on the inside of the second row has been able to make a run for the lead. If you're in second place, you're gonna take that bottom lane.
That's what I was gonna say. Make a mental note. We'll see this as the day plays out when it comes to the choose. Let's get a word. William Sawalich radio running 18th right now.
Dude, I'm so bad. I'm everything. I'm sliding everywhere. All right, walk me through the corner real quick here. I got 2 rounds of front and then I'm losing it in. I get to the center, I wash up, starting with the right rear, and then I'm tight and then snapping on exit.
Welcome to Homestead, William. Welcome to an old, worn-out racetrack in a NASCAR Xfinity car. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, we'll have good shots of him all day, courtesy of our Toyota onboard camera. Just need to hang on to it here, get to the end of the stage.
All right, here we go.
Adjustment, get some tires. 4 to go, stage 1.
Green flag, 4 to go in the stage.
Ooh. Kyle got into the back of him trying to help him. He just has no grip, Parker. No, and it killed Kyle's run here. He's going to struggle to pass these guys in just a few laps.
But look who's up there on the fresh tires. Leland in the 70. He pitted at lap 19, got the 4 tires. He could get his best stage finish ever, and he may win the thing here. Larson in front of Allgaier. Then it's the 70 of Honeyman. Sieg is starting to rally back, and man, he's pedaling.
Wow, a battle for the lead. Here comes Allgaier. Allgaier takes the... We led that lap, but doesn't clear him. Larson's going to pull ahead for the lead.
Larson sort of cuts off the entry there a little bit. Notice we continue to be side by side.
Yeah, the worst thing for Honeyman is that Larson and Allgaier are running side by side. He's like, I don't know which way to go and where to go in this. You see Sieg now gets that run inside.
Larson clears him. But Allgaier's trying to come back.
The 28's in the best position right here. You see he's able to roll the bottom. Allgaier still rolling.
Oh my God! Oh my God! It's crazy. 2 to go on the stage.
The black 28 is Kyle Sieg, who's coming off his best career finish at a non-drafting track. 5 drivers, 3 different strategies trying to win the stage.
41 gave the 17 right there, the blue, red, white, blue car on the outside, a huge shot. As you see Kyle Sieg to the lead, guys.
And he just heard the coolest thing he's ever heard in his NASCAR experience career. Not only clear to the lead, but you just passed Kyle Larson. Well done, buddy.
Yeah, Kyle Sieg to the lead. Is he going to win the stage? It looks like it. Honestly, it does. Oh! Wow. He saved that. What intense racing here.
That was as sideways as you can be with contact. The same there. Off the corner of turn 4. Gathers it up and keeps it going.
Sammy Smith into second.
Here, Ryan Sieg, he got 4 tires with 5 to go on the stage. He's going to get stage points and maybe get up to second behind his brother.
Yeah, Sammy Smith's in the best position, though, guys.
Here comes Sammy Smith for the lead. Sammy Smith takes the lead here.
Speed that 8 car has on those fresher tires.
And Sammy Smith is going to come around, and Sammy Smith will win stage 1 at Homestead. Wow, that was exciting. That was like the end of the race right there.
Finishes in the 3rd position.
Well, that was about a 2.5-minute green flag run to end that stage. I am going to go outside and smoke. I will be back for the start of stage 2.
Both decide to drive to the front, and they get some stage points. Sammy Smith takes the green and white checkered flag. The Sieg's behind him. Larson and Mayer complete the top 5.
When my doctor gave me Breztri for my COPD, I noticed things changed. Breztri gave me better breathing starting within 5 minutes. It also reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Kids, I'm sure you're wondering why your mother and I asked you here tonight.
When I go in the universe?
Are we not going to go to school anymore?
We won the lottery?
We did win the lottery. The all-you-can-eat lottery. I want to eat a lottery of this.
Feeling it. These are the new Snack Factory Pophams, a pretzel take on popcorn. See for yourself in our weightless tasting room. Surprisingly light and crispy.
They're so incredibly munchable.
Delicious. Snack Factory Pophams. Rethink your pretzel.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally found what I've been looking for.
Oh my gosh.
I know. How is this stuff so good?
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Oh, be serious about flavor. What causes a curve death in Peyronie's disease? There's someone we haven't talked to or help.
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for Peyronie's disease.
Find a urology specialist who treats PD at GoGetSomebody.com.
Detectives Lou and Henry Hickman.
Brother and sister, not married. This cowboy was murdered.
Did you bring us just for that? Your partner's very rude.
Well, you don't have to tell me. He's my son.
There's one law firm that effectively handles the most serious medical malpractice cases, the Porter Law Group, securing over $500 million in compensation for the individuals and families they represent, providing their clients with the answers and justice they deserve. The Porter Law Group. You only get one chance to hire the right law firm. The Porter Law Group. Don't settle for less.
Transform your home with Comfort Windows.
We should probably call this the house that Comfort built. They've done our siding, they've done sliders, windows, and now our sunroom. Comfort truly has transformed our home, and it's beautiful.
Hi, Fritz and Tilly here. People think Comfort is just a window company, but that's just the beginning. We can help you transform your house into your dream home.
Save 50% off installation with 0% financing available. Visit comfortwindows.com and schedule your free estimate today.
Quick, name a place to get a great deal on a great vehicle. Western.
March is your chance to save big at Wester Chevrolet of East Syracuse with great financing and the low monthly payment you're looking for. Like right now, purchase a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 and get 2.9% APR financing for 72 months. And this month only at Wester, get $2,000 more than Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade-in or lease turn-in. $2,000 more at Wester. Welcome to Wester, New York.
One stage down, 2 to go at the Homestead Miami Speedway. The ending to that stage was amazing. Let's go down to Progressive Pit Road. Here's Kim.
And you see that line of cars making their way down pit road. Top box, that's Sam Mayer in that white and lime green car. Despite having a good run at that stage, he said, "This is hard. I've never had the top be so bad." He felt like the right front got killed after that close call. Balance a little loose, struggling to pass and stay with the leaders on the restarts was his biggest complaint. They'll take 4 fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel, slight air pressure, and Dylan.
Justin Allgaier in the middle of the screen was a little bit free on corner exit, otherwise felt pretty good, but then got freer after those couple of cautions, making air pressure adjustments to tighten him up. Kyle Larson said he was tight mostly off of turn 4, expected that to be the tires going away. Don't expect any major changes on the 17 as the race off pit road heads towards us here. Sammy Smith, you see him pitted. Just want to mention, think they're playing here. Take those tires off that they just put on, those new tires, and then keep them for scuffs later. So they got the track position. They're at a little bit of a tire disadvantage, but they've got the track position and a little bit something to work with now.
So far, so good. They executed the strategy, right? They've got the lead, and he wins the race off Progressive Pit Road. +2 for Larson. Allgaier gains some as well. We'll reset when we return.
Struggling with the highs and lows of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar, because you are greater than your bipolar 1, and you can help take control of your symptoms with Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Vraylar is not approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slow or uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Visit Vraylar.com to see additional side effects. Ask about Vraylar. AbbVie could help you save.
These are the new Snack Factory Poppins, a pretzel take on popcorn. See for yourself in our weightless tasting room. Surprisingly light and crispy.
They're so incredibly munchable.
They're delicious. Snack Factory Poppins. Rethink your pretzel.
Spring starts with savings at the Home Depot.
What are you working on? Starting off with a clean slate.
Starting to love my yard again.
These work well in the sun.
I'm back. So I got my food.
Early saving at the Home Depot.
What causes a current Parkinson's disease? There's someone you can talk to or help?
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan.
Jaden just met Chad Knaus. That's fucking awesome,
My
dude.
name is Robert Sherman. I'm a correspondent for News Nation.
Do you think those fears are justified?
Check Discord.
The perspectives of all Americans matter when it comes to the nationwide conversation. News Nation. News for all Americans.
That's sick.
The National Weather Desk covers America's weather now. 200 meteorologists provide valuable insight into the world of weather. Watch the National Weather Desk.
Quick, name a place to get a great deal on a great vehicle. Wester. March is your chance to save big at Wester Chevrolet of East Syracuse with great financing and the low monthly payment you're looking for. Like right now, purchase a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 and get 2.9% APR financing for 72 months. And this month only at Wester, get $2,000 more than Kelly Blue Book.
Yeah, the orange one's
value
cool.
For your trade-in or lease turn-in. $2,000 more at Wester.
Come find your ride. We're making room for 2025 models with unbelievable deals on 2024 bikes. Get a free custom price package with the purchase of any new
2024 Harley-Davidson touring model. Or 0 down and 1.49% financing on select new 2024 Softail models. While supplies last, offer ends March 31st. See store for full details or visit our website at performancehq.com.
Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event to save on an award-winning new Nissan.
Fucking
Like
idiot.
the all-new Kicks and Murano, J.D. Power's most dependable small and mid-size SUV.
Hi, Chester.
And our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. Choose from 6 models under $30,000 at the Nissan Now sales event. Now, get a low $229 per month lease on Rogue, or get a low $219 per month lease on Kicks.
So Jaden has been on pit road all race, but he's going to be going up to his seat here soon.
1,100 laps in all 3 NASCAR series here. Over 300 alone in the Xfinity.
Yeah, Chad Knaus, the crew chief.
Adding to that today, and he finished 4th in stage 1. He won the truck race last night, which he said the truck race was one that he was actually more.
Jaden's met a bunch of drivers this weekend, like a shit ton.
Which I'm not really sure exactly what that's supposed to say to the rest of the field, but hey, when you're in Miami, you never know who you're going to run into.
He met Larson, met Kyle Busch, met Ross Chastain. I met Ross Chastain too, though.
The NASCAR race this weekend.
He's met
NASCAR employee, growth and engagement advisor. He's got the hard card here.
Frankie Muniz. He met Matt Crafton. Met a bunch of different truck drivers. I think he saw Christopher Bell.
What do you think of it so far?
Yeah, I think everybody's enjoying it so far. Yeah, so today was all about just career experience opportunity that NASCAR and NFL we partnered up and tried to give guys the opportunity to come out here and kind of experience what's going on in NASCAR. So guys are in comms, various other departments, race control, race communications, social, everywhere. So they're all running around, getting a good feel for it. They're all excited. Everybody loves the pit. Everybody loves being down on track. So everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, they've been down here having a lot of fun, hanging out and enjoying the weekend. Thank you, Alvin. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and good luck in your season too.
Hey, Dylan, I think we should line up and you two should race in a 40-yard dash later, actually.
I would lose that and it wouldn't even be close.
Maybe you and I could pass the baton and do a relay.
Oh, shit.
Justin Allgaier falling back.
Allgaier has a penalty.
Too many pit boxes on
Driving through too many pit stalls.
Yeah, so the rule is you can drive through 3 pit stalls. As we see Justin driving in, it's going to clip that one.
Furry's met Todd Gillen and Ross Chastain. Todd, look at it, like, what are these things? That's kind of funny.
That's an error on his part. He should know exactly what that is. Let's hear what Justin had to say about it.
So the vacant pit box is in play. So you get the vacant box in the 70, so you click it. Well, I didn't think I did, but I guess they say I did.
Yeah, so the reality of this situation, though, is for Justin, is that he didn't need to do all that, right? Like, there's plenty of room on pit road. He's just got to take that into consideration. He's going to have to dig himself out of a hole right now, but he didn't need to drive through all those pit stalls.
And I will say there's the vacant pit box in front of his, so you don't even have any markers there to know that that's opening. Now, he will have that on his dash, and the little map they give you. The team will tell you beforehand, hey, there is an opening before. So that gives you enough room to go in, even just 2 stalls away. You don't need to use all those stalls to line up. The other thing I'll say is this pit road is notorious when we get later in this race and the sun is setting. It's really hard to see your pit boxes.
Top 5 drivers on the restart stayed out. They had already gotten their service toward the end of stage 1, so they're on older tires. Larson won the race, actually was second, coming off pit road to Sammy Smith. They restart 6th and 7th. It's stage number 2 at Miami. Front row, Harrison.
Here we go, green. Stage 2.
Say is if I'm any of those guys up front, look at Jesse Love trying to get to the top, knowing those guys are on older tires. Just manage the situation. You know you're in deficit because of those tires. You see the 17, that red, white, blue car on the very bottom, able to wrap that line. You get a picture run on turn 2 with Sam Mayer right behind him. And Jesse Love got really lucky there. He cleared himself on Nick Sanchez. Nick Sanchez basically come a break, allowed him to get to the outside there. Really cost Nick Sanchez a lot of positions, but Jesse Love is flying right now through the middle.
Going to jump to the lead here as they come off turn 4. He might lead this lap because Love and Larson are there.
Check Discord.
Hey, look at the dash now. They're highlighting.
Oh my god.
Remember, Justin Allgaier with the penalty.
That's crazy.
You got to take the car. The other 3 in the top 7.
Furries at NASCAR. I once said I'm dead serious. I once said that every NASCAR track should have a furry section, a designated section of the stands for furries. I'm not even kidding. I've said that before.
Love has been patient today because for a good portion of stage one, he was the driver furthest back of those going for the dash for cash, but he's doing a nice job now. 3 wide for 4th there. Austin Hill gets the spot from 2 drivers that are on those older tires, Sandy Smith and his teammate Carson Poplar.
One thing we heard Sam Mayer say when he came on pit road was that the top just wasn't working. He never felt it be so slow, basically. We've seen that here throughout this race. We saw it last year. The top didn't have the dominance that did. You even see Sam Mayer. He's not right on the wall. He's about half a car length, or car width off of the wall. And it's really, this racetrack has just changed so much. It's changing constantly, and these drivers are adapting. And as these guys all restart on new tires, there's so many decisions. Because if you're Jesse Love, Reed right there, in the red and white number 2 car, you're just looking in your mirror and you're listening to your spotter, and you run your line, and then you're like, well, what's everybody else doing? You know, they gain ground on me, and if they are, what line are they running? Do I need to do that the next corner? Every single straightaway, you have to make a decision of what line am I going to run in the next set of corners.
We talked so much about the importance of fresh tires and how fast it makes your car. Look at the top of our bumper there, and you see Jesse Love with the purple stopwatch. He has recorded the fastest lap of the race. The Xfinity fastest lap going to put a point at the end of the day. Right now, it belongs to the guy that's out front and also thinking about $100,000. Allgaier 7 in traffic, working Dean Thompson in the 26. You'll see Josh Williams in the 11 as well.
This is some tight racing back here, too. And you'll see this in the midfield. Cars will be 2, 3, 4 wide at times. Allgaier there on the bottom of turn 3 right now, trying to go by the 26. Dean Thompson and Blaine Perkins in the 31. He's making his way through slowly, not flying through the field, but a little bit that can be just being smart, being conservative, taking care of those tires. As Sam Mayer goes to the lead. Sam Mayer, I think if you have to pick one car right now that's going to give the 17 a run for the money at the end of this, 41 could possibly be the best car. He's been able to manage the bottom of the racetrack. We talked about how good he is up against the wall. We know Larson knows that as he's trying to get in front of him. Jesse Love's going to commit to the bottom right here. We know his teammate Austin Hill, who's in 4th right now, likes that same line. Look at that. It's so incredible to watch. One car all the way on the bottom. You see those other cars against the wall and making a similar lap time.
How much of this, though, is Larson just laying the weeds because he knows the payoff comes in the final stage on that long run? Here's the move for the lead. Sweeping down to the inside is Mayer.
This is one of my favorite things to see at this racetrack, how you make a pass. When you have a run like that, you shoot to the bottom and you use that just distance difference you're talking about, Jamie, to clear yourself. And you got to gather it up the center, but it feels like you can just drive to a totally different part of the racetrack and clear it on the car that's on the outside. And that's what he did to lead.
I think Allgaier's miserable right now because I thought a couple of laps ago he was going to go by Dean Thompson. He didn't, and now he's just trapped in some traffic.
Well, and he's trying to find some clean air. He's having a hard time building the momentum he needs. You see Larson right now going on the outside of Jesse Love. And Adam, you referenced about Larson kind of laying in the weeds. I just think that when we look at this track, Kyle Larson, where he really excels is when you get to lap 30, lap 40, really late in the run. His lap times don't get quicker. It's just they don't fall off as much as everyone else because he's able to run really high like he does. It seems to save a little tire. And when you save that little bit of tire, you're able to then go back to the bottom of the racetrack and make that pass. And if he gets to the lead, he'd be our 9th difference in the last 20 laps or so right now. This has been wild. If all you watching at home are enjoying this, we are as well, because this has been an awesome Xfinity Series race so far. We really haven't gotten into a long run yet, and to me, that's where you're going to see that red, white, and blue number 17 of Larson excel. I think the 41 is good on the long run as well, what we've seen so far. As you see, he'll commit to the top. Look how much deeper, though, the 17 drove into the corner, got right on the 41's bumper, and all these guys, it seems like the pass is easier to make into turn 1. So if I'm the 17 right now, running behind the 41, I almost want to follow him right now through turns 1 and 2, try to get as close as I can 2 and 3 and 4, and then make the pass when I get back to 1 and 2 the next time.
Allgaier trying to get into the top 20. He's up more than 15 spots since the restart. but not climbing through quite as quickly as he would have liked. And keep this in mind, too. The second stage is a little bit shorter, right? Because it's the same number of laps as stage 1. But after you cycle everything through to the end of the stage, you don't have quite the window to race. Teammates here, Sammy Smith in the 8. The 88 is Connor Zilic. Zilic started on the front row. He's been quiet, but hanging around as the rookie from Mooresville, North Carolina.
He was so impressive last weekend at Las Vegas. Had that penalty late in the race and ended up still getting the top 10 finish out of it.
Go.
And he's such a student of the game. You see him sliding up in front of Sammy Smith. I don't see any marks on the right side of that car. My gut tells me that if I'm a rookie coming to this track, that I'm going to save running against the wall until later in the race. I got to manage my race. You see Austin Hill right here, last year's winner, going to the inside of his teammate Jesse Love.
Wrapping the bottom, which he does so well.
He's a rapper. Yeah.
I don't know if I call him a rapper right now. He's dancing in the car, man. I'm coming on to it.
Yeah, and you kind of hope your teammate doesn't race you too hard right there, but when you're on the outside, you generally have so much momentum on the exit of the corners. You see those guys crossing each other over. Look at his hands inside of there. You see, trying to hold straight, getting a little bit loose. The car's kind of in a four-wheel slide. He's hoping it catches before he gets into Jesse Love. Jesse's all the way against the wall. Can leave the room he needs.
And the other thing you see there is when he has little slides and he's moving the wheel that much, that's tire life. Just disappearing from that race.
Never getting it back. By Sandra, you will not get back.
Hey, and RCR's won 2 of the last 4 races here at Miami. And they've won 5 all time, which is tied for the best among active teams. And look at our Dash for Cash guys. You talk about turning it up and the stars delivering. Mayer's up there, Love and Hill, and they're racing with Larson, who made the pre-race favorite. By the way, updating Allgaier, he's working his way close to the top 15 as Larson digs in on that 41.
And you mentioned Allgaier. He was up in the front leading laps early in this race, so all 4 of those guys that are going for the Dash for the Cash are going to be a factor in this. It's going to be, I think they're going to have to win the race in order to win that.
I mean, technically you don't have to, but I think today you might have to do it to pull it off, and I agree. I mean, that's just how good they are.
And when we talked to Sam Mayer, as you see lead this race in that green and white 41 earlier in the week, we asked him about the Dash for Cash versus winning the race, and he's like, guys, I'm going to go win the race, because if I win the race, I'm guaranteed to win the Dash for Cash.
What about that 2-car, Dylan?
Well, you saw him kind of come out of there like gangbusters on the restart. That was encouraging to see, even though he has fallen back here since he got to the lead. Danny Stockman, the crew chief, said, one thing we've wanted to improve on all year is our aggressiveness on restarts. That's the difference we feel like in potentially winning a championship, taking advantage of guys on those starts. When they're just settling in, we want to be at a 10 on the intensity scale. So they at least did that well. Right now, as he's falling back into the 4th spot, the message has been, let the car have its head off turn 2, kind of release the wheel, don't scrub the tires so much, keep the momentum built up. So Love trying to do that right now as that battle with his teammate is finally sorted out.
You know, he's gone through so much growth since he started last year as a rookie. In his last 16 starts, dating to Darlington last fall, 2 finishes outside the top 10 for Jesse Love. Allgaier continues the climb. It's Sam Mayer on point at Miami.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by
weird.
checking Allstate first.
Deegan's brother got jail
Like
time
you
for
know to
illegal
check your
street
outfit
racing.
first,
That's funny.
before meeting your girlfriend's family.
No, Chester. Not for you.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Thanks for calling Consumer Cellular, ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction.
Hi, my friend Linda has you guys and gets way better coverage than I do.
Sounds like Linda has you beat.
Not at bowling.
You're breaking up a little.
Are you really ranked #1 in coverage?
Yep, and plans start at just $20.
Oh, we could afford lessons for Linda. You're embarrassing yourself.
At least my phone works. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage satisfaction. Call or visit Consumer Cellular today.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. Hey, watch it. It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face. Game changer. Well, it flex this contours to it, so the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one strip for the ultimate Gillette shaving experience. The best a man can get is Gillette Labs.
These are the new Snack Factory Poppins, a pretzel take on popcorn.
See for yourself.
In our weightless tasting room, surprisingly light and crispy.
They're so incredibly munchable.
They're delicious.
Snack Factory Poppins, rethink your pretzel.
What if I told you that one of the best things you can do to improve the look and performance of your car can be done for under $20 and in less than 30 minutes?
Fix your cloudy and weathered headlights with Cerakote's #1 best-selling ceramic headlight restoration kit in just 3 easy steps and without power tools. Just wipe, sand, and apply. It's that easy. Cerakote restores and protects, and for as long as you own your vehicle, it's guaranteed. You can trust Cerakote with over 60,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait until it's too late. Buy today for under $20.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
The last 2 NASCAR Xfinity Series Martinsville races.
And it's going to be Eric Almirola.
Next Saturday.
It is so much fun to come and drive these race cars.
It's up to Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, and the rest of the field to keep Eric Almirola from his 3rd straight Martinsville title.
I just needed to get from there to here first.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series, live next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific, only on the CW.
So Sam Mayer has like almost a second lead, about a 9/10 of a second lead over Larson.
TV, pay once, watch forever. With Parker Kligerman, Jamie McMurray, I'm Adam Alexander. Homestead Miami Speedway playing host to the NASCAR Xfinity Series. You're watching it courtesy of CW Sports. 15 laps. Going to be about 15 laps to go in stage 2. Lap traffic could be a factor. Sam Mayer leading, but
we're on lap 30.
And that affected Sam Mayer right there. Chris Wright, you know, on the top side. You got to be super precise when you're on the top side of traffic.
Burton Jarwin McLeod? That's weird. Burton Darwin?
Sam Mayer because of that traffic.
Well, you can see that Larson saw that.
I did not.
Kind of early. It was almost like Sam thought he could get a run through the middle, but got tied in the wake of Chris Wright, who just was really slow through that corner. As you see Kyle now committing to the bottom. It's almost like when you run the top, you can run the bottom for like 2 laps. And then once you slide the car like we saw Austin Hill earlier, you got to go back to the top. But this lap traffic's going to play a huge role in this. And if you're the 41, maybe your bounce of your car isn't as good on the bottom.
Yeah, you're right.
I can assure you, though, as he pulls down in front of the 17, that's not what the 17 wanted.
And that should be the last time Sam Mayer tries to pull someone on the top. Because each time he does it, Kyle Larson gets a huge run. So he's got to try and balance getting too close to those lap cars in front and not allowing Larson to be so fast at the bottom.
Yeah, and the one thing that's hard is those guys aren't running the top. They're running like kind of the middle to the top, which eliminates that. But Sam does a nice job of sliding up in front of those guys. You see right here, though, this guy, Sheldon Creed, he's committed to the top 2, Parker.
Oh, yeah, he's one of the best on the wall.
Look at that.
And he will stay committed to it. I've raced against him doing that and seeing what he can do on the wall, and it's just really impressive. You know, we talk about Kyle Larson being really good at that. Sam Mayer's good at it, but Sheldon Creed is definitely up there in the top 3 with that. I'd ride the wall in the Xfinity Series.
I mean, how about the Haas Factory team? 2 in the top 3. And as we reference our bumper, a lot of green in the top 10. Justin Allgaier had the penalty, restarts outside.
Yeah, Allgaier's back into the top 10 after that penalty.
If he gets 3 or 4 more spots, maybe he puts himself in position with a good pit stop to be right back in the game for the final stage. Kim, what's the latest on Corey Heim?
Yeah, myriad of issues for Corey Heim today. Earlier in practice, they cornered the right front, haven't been able to get the balance right, just way too tight, and now it's power issues. Corey reported that the power was cutting in and out. First of all, he said the voltage looked high, then he stabilized, then he said the tach was not working. They brought it down, looked at it, sent him back out, then it was sputtering on the apron, brought him back down, ultimately decided to go behind the wall, and this is very curious. He also had power issues with a completely different team in his truck race last night, so maybe needs to lose Lady Luck or Lady Bad Luck for the next weekend.
Yeah, you hate it for him. One of the most talented young drivers in the sport right now. Scored 37th and obviously off track as we saw him there in the garage.
And that's really devastating for Hunt Racing. You get the opportunity of Corey Heim and those race cars. It's a massive opportunity for that race team to have good runs, and to have issues like that is just so devastating.
Let's do our Toyota driver update with this guy, Justin Bonsignor, 4-time modified champion, making only his 3rd career start. Crazy in qualifying, he saves it. Had the spin early in the race, he saves it. He's been all over the place in the running order, but the fact that he's knocking on the door of the top 10 speaks to his talent level.
Well, top 10, but he's also on 10-lap older tires, and that's huge at this track. As you see earlier in the race, trying to stay off Taylor Gray, ends up spinning out, had to get off strategy, but I'm really impressed. Not just that he's running in 12th position, but he's doing it on those older tires. Parker, I feel like once he gets to be on equal tires for everybody else, it's going to be really good.
He's taking quick notes, right? Learning, like he said he wanted the experience, he wanted to learn each and every lap, and he's doing just that. And to be on those tires and holding position the way he is, that is really impressive. It shows how quickly he's learning.
How about the fact that Leland Honeyman in the 70 is going to go a lap down? They played the strategy game, had a good finish in the stage, but now they find themselves 1 lap to the rears, 10 to go, stage 2, and Larson hanging so close.
He's dogging him, Sam Mayer.
He is dogging him.
It's an absolutely awesome battle between these two. You know, a lot of people probably looked at this race and thought it'd be a cakewalk for Kyle Larson. They're side by side down to turn 3, a little bit of traffic, forcing Sam Mayer in the middle. We'll see if he tries to clear the 45. Now he actually has to stop it in the center and try to get it turned.
Oh, he got a little bit loose. The 41 got a little bit loose right in the middle. Larson looked like his car was...
There goes Mayer.
Finally clears him on the exit of turn 4. Now Larson has to play a little bit defensive right here. You see Sam Mayer's going to try to turn down just a little bit. Shocked that Larson didn't run in there a little harder on the top like we've seen him in the past, but we see another lap car in front of those guys.
William Sawalich in jeopardy of going a lap down. He scored 28. They went around Brad Perez. The next one they'll see is the 18, the rookie from Joe Gibbs Racing. Meanwhile, right of your screen, they're racing for a spot. That's 6 between Love and Sanchez.
And Nick Sanchez has actually been turning some really fast lap times. Some of the top 5 fastest lap times as he's gone through the top 10 here, knocking on the door, possibly the top 5. He's been flying, but wow, this battle at the front is not over.
Sawalich goes a lap down. That's our Toyota onboard camera. Now with 8 to go on the stage, he just says, don't go put anyone else a lap down. I can get the free pass here.
Yeah, and the thing that's so interesting to me about this race for the lead is that I thought once Kyle got to the lead that maybe he would just drive away, but they're not. I mean, these cars are super comparable. The 17 was able to get through lap traffic just a little bit better, but the 41 car, look how close he is right there to the wall. Chasing Kyle, trying to do everything he can to keep up with him. 41's super competitive and every bit as good as the 17, I think.
The big difference was that Sam Mayer, when he had the lead, was kind of controlling the top side there. He followed Kyle on the top side next to the wall. Now he's going to have to move around, so he goes to the bottom, now slides up to the top, tries to keep it. It's almost a diamond that you'll do there in turns 1 and 2 at times, trying to get a different run. And that's what Larson was doing, is he was running different lanes than Sam Mayer as he was trying to get by him. And now Sam's going to have to do the same, which is try and find racetrack that Larson isn't on.
Well, and you're almost a little bit of a disadvantage being in second because you have the option to watch the leader and the lanes he chooses with the lap traffic. And you can do the opposite. If it doesn't work out, it's okay. But if you do the opposite and you can generate that run, the corners seem so long here inside the car. Once it starts stopping and you're trying to hang on to it, it takes forever to catch up to it.
6 to go, stage 2. Here's Kim.
And maybe possible trouble for the most recent winner here and the guy in the 4th position, Austin Hill. Take a listen to what he told his team on the radio.
I think I got tire coordinating. It's starting to fall off pretty hard.
So the team is ready on the wall. They're hoping to make it the next 6 laps to the end of the stage. This was interesting, though, because I asked Austin specifically about his tires last race because they came with the same car, the same setup as when he won here. He said last race, every tire they took off the car looked absolutely great, which is interesting because we know he used the bottom neck and eat up the tires way faster here at Homestead. But we'll take a look at him once they come off the car at the end of this stage.
What's really interesting about that, Kim, is that he just turned the fastest lap of anyone on the racetrack. So I don't know if it's really falling off that hard.
I'll say this, though. If you go back to last week, they had the loose wheel. I mean, different type of issue, right, than what we're maybe experiencing here. But he had the loose wheel, had to make the unscheduled pit stop. But everything worked out. And the way that race cycled at the end, it opened the door for him to get a top 5 finish. If the caution had come out, no way they finished there. And that's what puts him in position for the Dash for Cash. Kim does a report with 6 to go, now 4 to go. He's just got to hang on to the end of the stage.
Yeah, and from inside the car, he's maybe feeling a little bit of a vibration. And there probably is some massive tire wear. We saw it last night in the truck race. But we talked to Sheldon Creed's crew chief earlier today, and he was like, you know, after I saw the truck race, I was worried about tire wear. They didn't see any of that, though, in practice earlier today. So maybe he's just feeling a little bit of a vibration. It's one of those things, you're almost a little paranoid at tracks like this, like how much tire wear do you have?
Look at the biggest movers in our bumper since the restart. Bottom right. Allgaier plus 27. Creed, we've talked about plus 12. And Taylor Gray qualified on the pole first time in his career. It hasn't gone great for him.
Ryan
today.
Sieg is pitting.
He's been up since the restart, and now issues for the 39. Ryan Sieg making an unscheduled stop, Dylan.
It sounds like they may have blown up. I was listening to Tim Fiedel on the radio, and he said, I think we're blowing up, and then they go to pit road here, and Ryan was crawling to a stop. So it sounds like maybe a terminal issue on the 39.
It's interesting to have two engine issues in.
All right,
in this
2 to
race
go.
where this isn't necessarily a track that's super hard on engines because you're on
the stage.
at the beginning, but then the pace slows down so much.
I go back to this one. They got
I think it was the tire.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Damn.
the tire was blowing out.
There you
Oh,
go.
those tire.
Well, sometimes the spotter sees the car going slow and thinks, why are they going slow? And so that's what he says there, but maybe Ryan didn't even say anything, just hit pit road. The team was ready to change the tires. You saw he had a tire issue, speaking of tire wear.
Third straight week that they've had an issue, right? I mean, you go back, they had to go to the backup at Phoenix last week, the transmission problems. They soldiered through both of those circumstances.
Coming to the final lap of the stage. 1 to go in stage 2. Larson has the lead. Almost 2-second lead over Sam Mayer.
Sheldon Creed, Austin Hill, Connor Zilic, the top 5. Sanchez is 6th. Love is 7th. Our stage 1 winner, Sammy Smith, is 8th. Allgaier and Jones in the top 10.
Yeah, Kyle Larson been really good around the bottom in all this lap traffic. He's been able to just kind of roll.
And around he comes.
On entry, not overdriving entry, gets out left.
Larson, who won the truck race last night, doing the triple header weekend this week. Looking to sweep the triple header. The only other driver to do that is Kyle Busch. But Larson comes around, slowing, but he's going to win stage 2.
Kyle Larson wins stage 2.
Don't know why he slowed so much.
Stage win. And he's now won a stage in 9 of his last 15 starts. He'll be in control most likely when we hit the final stage. Larson gets it done in front of Mayer,
All right.
Creed, Hill, and
So that was about a 22.5-minute green flag run there. I'm going to go outside and smoke, and I'll be back for the start of the final stage.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California. Brake pads. To oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
It's native. 24-hour moisturizing body wash that locks in 4 times the moisturizers of your old body wash.
Wow, and about half the ingredients.
Heavenly. Clean moisturizing body wash isn't a myth, it's native.
These are the new Snack Factory Pophams, a pretzel take on popcorn.
See for yourself.
In our weightless tasting room.
Surprisingly light and crispy.
They're so incredibly munchable.
Delicious.
Snack Factory Pophams. Rethink your pretzel.
Liberty. Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance. Liberty.
Hey, kid. It's pronounced Liberty.
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 Liberty. No, she's mocking me. Very mature.
Hey, that's a nephew too.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
She's 2.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Liberty.
Greg takes Prevagen for his brain, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I live in Bloomington, Illinois. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me. I've been taking Prevagen for 8 years now, and it's still helping me tremendously.
Prevagen for your brain.
Welcome to the Proving Ground. Welcome to fist bumping, cylinder thumping, metal crunching. Big hit right there. It's all or nothing.
26 weeks of the year.
The wait is finally over.
Welcome to the NASCAR Xfinity Series, only on the CW.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Golden Corral. Golden Corral honors our nation's heroes. And by Liberty Mutual. Only pay for what you need. 2 stages down here in South Florida for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Going to be a fun 100-lap run to the finish. Progressive Pit Road is open, Kim.
And Sheldon Creed service already started. You see him at the top there in that red and white machine. Big adjustment there. He said he feels like he was better that run, but just too tight on injured. He had to slow down too much to get it to turn. His teammate in the middle, Sam Mayer, there, he said, I killed the right front for overall. The car is good. Does not think he needed anything. No changes for Sam Mayer, Dylan.
Race leader Kyle Larson fairly happy with his race car. He said it felt slick with the front end when I was running up top. Pretty good around the bottom. They're cognizant of building tight on this last long run. They stuck a wrench in the back window to make a chassis adjustment to help Larson free up.
And now the race off Progressive Pit Road. Larson takes care of business. Austin Hill right behind him. -1 for Sam Mayer, the restart when we return.
Struggling with the highs and lows of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar, because you are greater than your bipolar 1, and you can help take control of your symptoms with Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Vraylar is not approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slower uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Visit Vraylar.com to see additional side effects. Ask about Vraylar. AbbVie could help you save.
It's up to Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, and the rest of the field to keep Eric Almirola from his 3rd straight Martinsville title.
I just needed to get from there to here first.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series, live next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific.
The CEO of the #1 insurance company in America hired the #1 business consulting company. Their job, not surprisingly, increased profits. The consultant advised them to use a robot, deny any claim that doesn't accept that first offer. So we hired one of that company's claims officers. Sandra helped us crack their code. We know that the Stanley system works. Stanley Law.
Quick, name a place to get a great deal on a great vehicle. Western. March is your chance to save big at Western Chevrolet of East Syracuse with great financing and the low monthly payment you're looking for. Like right now, purchase a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 and get 2.9% APR financing for 72 months. And this month only at Western, get $2,000 more than Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade-in or lease turn-in. $2,000 more at Western.
Transform your home with Comfort Windows.
She'd always wanted vertical siding. I wasn't really sold on it until I saw how I could select the Tando Stone, shakes, accent roofs, and tie it all together.
Hi, Fritz Chantilly here. From decorative accents to shakes to composite stone siding. We have everything to transform your house into your dream home.
Save 50% off installation with 0% financing available. Visit ComfortWindows.com and schedule your free estimate today.
Back in Miami, now we get our golden moment brought to you by Golden Corral. We've got to go to the end of stage 1. Everybody on a little bit different tire situations, but Sammy Smith absolutely just turned it up.
No, it was so much fun to watch him put those tires on and drive through the field and be able to win that stage.
They did it with like 6 or 7 to go. They get the 4 tires. He goes from outside the top 30 to the win. And it's like, what in the world is happening with that car?
He averaged about 8 or 9 cars a lap, which is pretty fun to watch. And I guarantee you, from his seat, it was really fun. Just a massive point stand.
All
far. He's got the second most points earned today, right now at 12. So, I mean, they really paid off for them in a large way. It'll be interesting to see, though. They won that stage by putting tires on, and then they put another set of tires on at the stage break. So they have a set of scuffs essentially laying in the pits. Depending how the cautions fall, that could catch up with them before this race is over.
Storylines for the final stage. Look at our bumper. All those drivers highlighted in green, going for the dash for cash. Whoever finishes best of that group gets $100,000. Kyle Larson is the favorite. He's in control of this race.
All right, so we're going to go back green with 104 to go.
Larson, Hill, and Mayer, they've all won here, and they're racing with the rookie Silich, who's here for only the
Green flag is back in the air for the final stage at Homestead.
It's the final stage for Miami. Larson and Hill getting after it.
That's one of the better restarts we see on the outside by Austin Hill. Still doesn't really keep up with the bottom. He's going to be swamped here. They're 3 wide.
Jesse Love down that white line. Mayer drifting high.
Mayer forced his way up through there. You saw his car moving around. He stayed in the throttle. He's had a great car all day. Wants to be as close as he can right here. Has a good run on Larson getting down into turn 3.
And his task now is to not fall off at the end of the run like he did before. Look at that outside lane. Justin Bonsignor trying to make a play. He has been so good today. First ever trip to Miami.
Yeah, and he's back on equal tires. He ran around 12 to 14 at the end of that last stage. Now on equal tires of all these guys. Did you see him not scared at all to try to work the top? And that's been really good for him as he's in a sneak. Oh, he gets into the wall right there.
Oh!
Wide. He hangs on to it. Maybe some contact with Sammy Smith.
Bonsinger got on the wall, made some contact with Sammy Smith.
That thing felt so good for the 19. The black 19 you see on the top. Justin Bonsignor going right back to the top. Not worried about getting into the wall on turn 2. He's been really good, though. He's been able to stick to a lot of guys outside throughout the day.
You get to look back at it here. It's just committing the throttle, and it doesn't stick. You're in the dirty air of the 8. You've got grip, and then suddenly the way that corner is, it almost loses the banking, falls away from it. Gets into the 8 a little bit as he comes back down the track. Good job by Sammy Smith to hold on to it.
Yeah, that wasn't too hard a contact, though. I don't think that's going to tear that 19 car up or affect the speed of all that. As you see Larson, he is now committed to that top. You see he gave up a little bit on entry, but as he gets back to the gas, look at the momentum he's going to have on the exit of the 41. The 41, though, I'm telling you, he is going to be the guy, if anyone can today, that's going to be able to challenge Kyle Larson.
But he's got to be smart here. You know, at the end of that last stage, he fell off hard compared to Larson. He got to the lead and drove out to almost a 2-second lead in just a couple laps. He's got the car and the ability to hang with Larson, but he's got to take care of those tires in the front.
And one thing I noticed about the 17 car at the end of that run, he's passing all the traffic on the bottom. It almost reminded me of the old Atlanta. He started exiting abnormally low, and it's almost like he found a little bit of grip if he had to run the white line, exiting lower than I've ever seen anyone do here to be able to get the rear grip that he needs in those tires. I'd be interested to see if everyone does that or if Kyle found something right there.
We've hit the halfway point. How about this? Top 7 all just ran their fastest lap of the race. Jesse Love, you look bottom of your screen in our bumper. Xfinity fastest lap. He's got the stopwatch, that purple stopwatch indicating he's got the fastest lap of the day. You see the time here. If he hangs on to that, and we're going to have another cycle of pit stops, so you'll get another opportunity on fresh tires. But if he hangs on, he gets a point, championship point at the end of the day.
And Parker, what we're seeing right there, that's why everybody loves this place. Whether you're a driver or you're a fan, you see the 17 that hits the top, the 41's in the middle, and the 2's all the way on the bottom, and they're both running pretty equal lap times.
So many options here. It's just amazing. It's awesome when you're racing people that you can just sort of say, hey, you're going to run that lane? All right, I'll go somewhere else. And it's going to work for me, and I'm going to make it work. And you can just do so much as a driver to make that car do what you want and try to do
99 to go.
As drivers, we just love it because there's so much in our hands. Check out this trio, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Austin Hill, dash for cash driver. 7, Justin Allgaier had the penalty. He's back in the game. He's going for the dash for cash. Sheldon Creed is proven to be really good on the long haul. They had a tough pit stop, so he had some ground to make up. And Nick Sanchez is right there with him. The rookie's been great.
The 7 car has been really impressive today. He had the mistake on pit road, drove through too many pit boxes, had to go to the tail end. He's never had a top 5 finish here. It's incredible a stat on him, but he's done a really good job of driving back up through the field as you see the 2 committed to the bottom. And he said that earlier in an interview that he was going to be committed to the bottom. But I think Allgaier's done a great job. He's had to use a little bit of car up to get back to the front, but he's put himself in a great position.
And he's been really strong at the end of runs. And that's key. You know, similar to the 17 and Kyle Larson, he was pretty fast towards the end of the run there. So that's been that experience in Justin Allgaier being able to have the longevity in that race car.
It's taking him some time now as he gets towards the front here to get through some of these cars and maybe get back to the top 5. But he has that speed if he can get there, just being clean air.
Let's get a report from Kim.
Yeah, Austin Hill currently running in the 4th position. Towards the end of that stage, we gave you that radio where Austin said he felt like the tire was cording. And as they pulled those tires off, in fact, he was right. There was cording. You see it right there on the right front. That came off the 21 at the end of that stage. Now, it could be a product of what the balance of the car was doing. It was way too tight that run. They did make a decent size adjustment, but Austin said he didn't want it to be sideways and burn off the right rear. But whatever adjustment they made the last time, they doubled it this time. We'll keep an eye on if he's got any other front tire problems during this run.
And, guys, we heard Austin Hill talk about he thought he had a tire going down 100. For me, it was always, you could feel a little something, but you could also hear it. And as you saw that rubber coming off the tire, it almost comes off in like a long string, and you can hear it like ticking is the word that I always use, hitting the crush panel, and that's what you get paranoid about, right? And how can you take care of that? Well, if you mentioned the car was tight, that means just don't abuse that right front. Don't lean on it as much. Don't drive the car into it tight as much. Try to keep as neutral as you can through the corners. And also your lane choice. If you're going to go to somewhere people haven't been running, or being, early on in these races, sometimes the top doesn't have a lot of rubber, it can start to hurt a tire. So there's all those choices and those differences as a driver you can do to affect that. Sometimes it's setup, but sometimes there's things you can do as a driver. Yeah, I'm not going to take all the blame on us. Well, and what I would tell you is if you're watching at home, and we always like watching, look at the 19 or the 18 getting the outside of Brendan Poole right there. If you're watching at home and you're watching Williams and Walsh's hands, the more they move, the more tire he's using. If you watch him go into the corner and be really smooth and not have to like saw on the wheel or counter steer, he's not using a lot of tire. If you see him, that looks pretty good to me. Like, you see how smooth his hands are? That car's a little bit tight as it drives up to the wall. He's got steady wheel into it. You're going to watch him kind of unwrap the wheel. As long as that mark in the center doesn't go to the right, he's not having to counter steer. I think he's doing a really nice job managing those tires.
All these drivers here at the lap down, they're thinking free pass. They want a caution. And the driver in the free pass position right now is Ryan Sieg. Remember, we talked tires. He made the unscheduled pit stop just before the end of stage 2. They haven't pitted in a while. He's 1 lap down in 25th. He says, give me a caution because I know I can come down, get tires, and put myself back in the game.
I never saved tires. If I was racing with a lucky dog, I raced as hard as I could, just hope the caution came out.
Racing for the 6th position, the 48 is Sanchez. The 00 is Sheldon Creed, a pair of drivers looking for their first career victory here today. And it's interesting when you look at Creed driving the 00, right? Cole Custer got his first win of his Xfinity career right here at Miami, driving the 00 in 2017. When I saw that, I'm like, maybe today is the day for Creed.
And Sheldon really needs the wall to become the spot to be. He's so good at that. And when it is the place to be, he'll be one of the fastest. It's just right now we've seen earlier in these runs, it's not quite as dominant as we've seen in the past. And so he's staying committed to it. That could potentially pay off as we talk about taking care of tires, being faster later to run than earlier to run. That's something he does do well. But right now, sort of losing touch to the top 5 a little bit. So he's going to have to hope this sort of turns the other way here quickly.
Just over 90 laps to go. How about this? All 4 of our Dash for Cash drivers inside the top 5. But right now, none of them have anything for Kyle Larson.
It's your phone. With Verizon, trade in any phone in any condition.
Whole flight info from notes, send to mom.
And get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with AI and a watch and tab all on us. That's up to $1,900 in value. Only on Verizon.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
Hey, Tyler, think I have what it takes to be part of a NASCAR pit crew? You? Yeah, I mean, we keep Xfinity Internet fast and reliable at home and on the go. It's kind of like keeping cars fast and reliable on the track.
You thought that add coolant meant driving with your sunglasses on.
It doesn't make it cooler.
What's a jack?
Don't bring him into this.
I don't know, man. I mean, you asked if we could swap gasoline once.
Okay. I shouldn't be in the pit crew. I meant driver.
Maybe just stick to what you're good at.
Beep, beep. Look out.
Xfinity is your super fast connection to NASCAR.
These are the new Snack Factory Pophams, a pretzel take on popcorn.
See for yourself.
In our weightless tasting room, surprisingly light and crispy.
They're so incredibly munchable. They're delicious.
Snack Factory Pophams. Rethink your pretzel.
Hi, glad everyone's here. Let's get started.
When they want to squeeze up,
Let me share my screen. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm excited to show them.
they want a squeeze up. Deliciously delectable delectables. Squeeze up.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and 3-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
It's the fastest, most unpredictable speedway on earth. Fire made this place. Mine, smelted, rollers. And every spring, we gather round and celebrate. Iron, sharpening iron. But in order to take it all home, you need nerves of steel. The big one is back. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
Back in Miami, we take a look at Nick Sanchez's Race Fit Health Report, brought to you by Registry. Earlier, we were talking about cheesecake, tiramisu. What's on this one here?
Well, the Calvin Harris for music, as he enjoys for exercise. We learned earlier about yourself that you were never listening to music. So see, that's how you're supposed to do it. Like Nick Sanchez does. Listen to music like you.
Asked me to name one Calvin Harris song.
I don't think I could. He's like a DJ. It's a little higher pace.
Just make sure Parker doesn't sing one. Because it won't be the first time he had done that.
People don't want to hear that. They just don't.
48 car doing some good things today. 6 right now for the rookie, Dylan.
Yeah, when I spoke to him last week at Las Vegas, he mentioned how excited he was for this stretch of 1.5-mile racetracks coming up here, just because of what you could do in these Xfinity cars. He said in the trucks, which is what he's familiar with, he's raced the last couple of years, you're almost wide open, but these Xfinity cars really allow the driver to make a real difference. He was particularly excited about this one as well. He's actually raced this car for this team a few years ago, so has some experience at this racetrack in the Xfinity Series. And we also mentioned, of course, he's from Miami. He's got about 100 friends and family here scattered around the grandstands cheering him on today. So having a good run for the 48.
Doing the things that he needs to do, no question about it. Look at Allgaier. I mean, you said it going to break. I mean, just before we went to break, how strong he is. And he's just stayed in it. Didn't lose his mind when he had the penalty. And now he's driving right through there and putting himself in position.
Yeah, it's good to run as we've seen out of the 7 car at Homestead in a while. And the thing that sticks out to me, if you look at your screen there, right below Larson, I see a lot of green on the left. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. All of those guys are racing for $100,000 at the end of this race.
The other thing you might notice as we go through 3 and 4 here on Garrett Smithley's onboard is you go into the front stretch, that sun is starting to get a little lower, and it's getting harder and harder to see down into turn 1, especially when the windscreen is dirty as Nick Sanchez goes by in here. Off turn 4, you start to see that sun just sort of gets on the windscreen, and that's just going to get windshield. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So,
Can I finish my thought here for a second?
well, I'm sorry.
He's a great teammate, isn't he?
I was in England all of a sudden. I was trying to figure that out.
So we watch a lot of Formula
when the sun hits the windscreen going into turn 1, it makes it even as difficult as it can be for, as you see the 17 or Garrett Smithley running the wall, because those marks that you have to hit on the entry to that corner, it's so tight, and that's just another obstacle you have to face. Not only getting into turn 1 on the track, but Parker, as they pit later in this race, getting into your pit stall and seeing your sun.
Sure you want to use the word marks and not points on the wall? I'm scared to talk that.
I loved your stat pre-race today, NASCAR Countdown Live, about the percentage of laps led in races that he's competed in at Miami for Kyle Larson. And that takes me to what could be the biggest headline of the weekend if he's able to pull off the sweep all 3 series. With the truck race last night, racing Xfinity today, Lane, of course, Cup car tomorrow. So let's go back to the last time this happened. Bristol 2017. It was Kyle, the other one, Kyle Busch, who won the trucks on Friday night. Xfinity, I think they get Thursday night, Xfinity on Friday night, and then he went out on a Saturday and took that 18, the victory lane for Joe Gibbs Racing in the Cup race. Kyle Busch has done it twice at Bristol, 2010, 2017. Larson tried to do it here.
Yeah, and if you're curious at home, Kyle Busch has won a lot of races at Bristol Motor Speedway. 22 total, 8 in the Cup Series, 9 in Xfinity, 5 in truck, 1 on dirt even. He's done it all at Bristol. That guy is unbelievable at that track.
You know what gets me is it's so hard to win one NASCAR race in the top 3 series. To do 3 in a weekend is just unbelievable. How different all these cars drive, especially for Kyle Larson now, and how different the truck drives to the Xfinity car to the next gen car you have in the Cup Series. It's just such massive differences what you have to do inside that race car. Yet what shows here is obviously just track knowledge and ability around this racetrack. Excels. That's what he shows every time he's on this racetrack.
If you're watching Kyle Larson right there in the red, white, blue, number 17, I think about how many races he could have won here. Like, there have been so many races that he could have won that he wasn't able to, but when I saw that he was signed up for all 3, I automatically thought what you just showed about Kyle Busch doing the sweep, and I was thinking, I'm like, well, how many times has that happened? But only twice ever, so it'd be pretty cool if we see Larson do that this weekend.
And that car's been great this year, running a limited schedule, second twice with Byron and Bowman earlier this year. Today it's Larson behind the wheel. Let's do a little through the field from some of those drivers outside, maybe just inside the top 10. We start with Brandon Jones, who is scored in the 9th position right now. Kim?
Yeah, and Adam, don't forget he started last today after not making a qualifying lap due to an oil leak. The team, though, despite that issue in practice, they were happy with it in race trim. They were optimistic about their speed. They just needed one more turn headed into the race. They've made some significant adjustments. Currently still good on pace. Brandon said his biggest weakness is if he keeps it in the throttle, it wants to push the front. So still looking for it to free up just a little bit for the last 77 laps here in this race.
Oh.
Oh no.
Justin Bonsignor.
Looks like he finally got it hard enough.
Looks like he'll get to pit road though.
So far. He has for sure. Right.
Yeah. So they'll stay green. Hit a tire down.
Now, and he was running in the top 12 when this happened. You see the fenders pushed in a little bit. You see the concrete all coming out as they're trying to get that tire off.
You said the gauge earlier is you can take the right side a little bit, but you don't want to get the tire. I think confirmation here, just a little bit of tires. Yeah, it's right on the right side for Justin Bonsignor. Back down to Kim.
And maybe Justin getting just a little bit too comfortable. We talked about this being a learning race. Well, he had finally gotten on the radio and was getting a lot of good feedback about the car. Said it was really stable. He felt like he was keeping the rear tires on it way better the last couple of runs. So, Dylan, maybe again a case of him getting too comfortable and finding the wall a little bit too close.
One of the other Joe Gibbs Racing teammates is Taylor Gray, who started on the pole. Been a little bit of an uphill battle for them today. Taylor has not been real happy with the balance of the race car. They've worked on it. He's been loose. He's been tight. He's been kind of everything in between. So they actually weren't thrilled with it in practice either. It felt like they just laid a good lap down, and it's kind of been the story of their day as well. Taylor's just trying to manage, stay calm in the race car and salvage a good day, which he's doing right now. 10th is not bad for sure for the rookie. Behind him, Sammy Smith, another pretty good story. Remember, they won the second stage after doing some pit strategy. They flipped the stage, took tires, drove to the front of the field, won that stage, and then pitted, but they didn't get their track position. This is a day that crew chief Philip Bell called a learning day. Sammy's not super comfortable. He admitted running the top side here, so they just wanted to be in a good spot most of the race and learn what they can. They've done that so far, running in the 11th spot right now. Behind him is Harrison Burton, who we've talked about throughout the afternoon as well. They're another one that's kind of battled some handling gremlins so far today. He's been a little bit tight. He's been loose, and the most recent report just is that he's out of the racetrack. So they're trying to get him a little bit better, but he loves this racetrack, loves racing here, was really excited to be back in the Xfinity car racing here at Homestead, and also is looking forward to Darlington, another racetrack coming up in a few weeks that you really got to manhandle these race cars. And behind him, running in the 13th spot, is Daniel Dye, who's having one of his better runs of the year. Another Florida racer, so he likes coming to this racetrack as well. He's battled 3 conditions all day in his race car. He told us in the offseason he shifted his focus to really getting better on the racetrack, not worrying so much about the off-season distractions. He's worked with Josh Wise, been in the gym hard. It's all paying off right now for Daniel Dye, Kim.
And Daniel's teammate Josh Williams in the 14th position. Good to see him feeling a little bit better despite having pneumonia. Currently 120 laps in. The plan is for him to run all 200. He did say on the radio he was feeling much better, so much so they dismissed backup driver Ty Dillon. That last run during stage 2, they did have some right front tire reporting. He reported it being free on entry, plowing through the center, especially when trying to run the top. They did pull a right rubber last stop. So far, though, this run, Dillon, he seems way happier with the race car.
You saw Carson Quaffle there behind him in the one car going to the high side of the racetrack. This has been another learning day for the rookie making his first start here at Miami. I thought Andrew Overstreet, his crew chief, had an interesting comment this morning. He said, learning is hard here because the tires wear out so fast that by the time you're ready to just kind of log laps, the good is gone from the tires, and it makes it hard to understand what you've really got. So, as we said at the top of the show, they just need a finish today. They've had some really unfortunate ending results to their races despite a really fast race car. So if they can just soldier on here and keep all 4 fenders on it and finish in the top 15, I think it's a good day for the one car.
And Matt DiBenedetto running in that 16th position. A solid day for them. Qualified in the top 10. And when I talked to him after qualifying, he said their fire-off speed was good. And yes, qualifying was good, but he was not happy with the long run in practice. It fell off too much, so they made some adjustments for the race, had adjusted throughout the race. Currently running again in the 16th position. And this is a solid day for Matt. He typically tells us if we can get a top 20 every single weekend and build up those points and ultimately try and point our way into the playoffs, that is a good year for us. So a good day running in 16th for Matt DiBenedetto and his Viking Motorsports team.
Kim, if he can hang here, with his 4th top 20 finish in the first 6 races. Let's go back to what happened to Justin Bonsignor when he hit the wall just a moment ago.
So earlier in the race, we saw him hit the wall on the exit of turn 2 and now into turn 1, right there, left side of frame. Just oversped the entry, and maybe the right front's going down beforehand. Maybe some contact in the wall earlier than that in the lap. Loses the right front, gets in the wall, and has to come down pit road to get these tires.
He's now 27, 2 laps down. Green flag pit stops coming for everybody. Larson leads.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
Salon Pass Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
24-hour moisturizing body wash that locks in 4 times the moisturizers of your old body wash.
And just 12 ingredients.
That's right. Clean moisturizing body wash isn't a myth, it's native.
These are the new Snack Factory Poppins, a pretzel take on popcorn. See for yourself in our weightless tasting room. Surprisingly light and crispy.
They're so incredibly munchable. They're delicious.
Snack Factory Poppins. Rethink your pretzel.
45 minutes is all it takes to take a lunch break, stream your favorite show, chat with mom. But for a child born with a cleft condition, that's the time it could take to heal their smile. With your help, Operation Smile can reach thousands waiting for a cleft surgery. One that gives a new smile in as little as 45 minutes and transforms a life forever. Scan or go online today.
I'm an overpowered leaf blower, and I'm not exactly street legal.
Ryan Sieg pitting again. Is it just because he had to pit earlier than everybody else?
This could really blow your budget.
Yeah, it looks like it was a scheduled stop.
Save money and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Stuck paying off your phone, but want a new one? Break up with your carrier. We've got you. Switch to Verizon, and we'll give you up to $800 to pay off your phone. And you'll get a new iPhone. That's iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. On any plan. Now with Genmoji. Only on Verizon. Back back live at the Homestead Miami Speedway with Jamie McMurray, Parker Kligerman. I'm Adam Alexander. And we were just coming back and saw some smoke, and this is Kyle Larson, the race leader.
Larson, it looks like he has trouble.
Okay, it was hard to tell exactly what happened as we were coming back and making our transition. But now we follow the 7 of Justin Allgaier, who scored in the 4th position.
It was in the entry to 3 there. Not exactly sure what was going on. There was some contact, just getting into the wall a little bit. So we've seen so many cars do here today as you run that risk versus reward around the wall. Right now in this long run especially.
As you see the right side of that car, pretty clean. You see he's entering behind another car, trying to get just a little bit to the outside. It almost looks like the left front's locked up, like he's on the brakes trying to get it off the wall right there, Parker.
That is easy to do because you enter on the wall, but when you have someone in front of you and you're trying to get to that wall, we talk about having to be precise. If you don't have the vision of where you are next to that wall, you can easily do that. When you talk about the pre-race, which is what he's struggled with here before, is that when you capture the cars, you're running that wall. If it disrupts you just a fraction, that's all it takes to get into the wall. Exactly what happened there.
Well, it hasn't shaken him at all. He's running a quarter inch off of it right there. And the good news is for the 7 team is that they've run 2 or 3 laps now. You don't see any smoke. If he thought he had a tire going down, he might come into pit road. But it looks to me like the 7 has survived that.
Go ahead, Mark.
Well, I just would say we are rumbling towards the possibility of some green flag stops here coming up soon. So I think, he doesn't have a long way to go. It could be one of the earlier ones to get on pit road. If I look right now, pit stops could be approaching in 10 laps or so, and maybe someone wants to push it in terms of short pitting the leader and trying to make up time. I look at Austin Hill in 3rd, Justin Allgaier in 4th, Creed in 5th. They can make up a ton of time being early on pit road, but you run the risk. That won't work out at the end of the run.
Yeah, this 17 car has been exceptional in lap traffic, and we talk about how good he is around the top, but as I watch him pass these cars on the bottom, the thing that I notice, when he commits to the bottom, he stays very disciplined on that white line. And watch how low he exits off this corner. It's abnormally low. He almost looks like he's like pitting. Like I looked up a couple of times, I'm like, is he having an issue? But he's exiting really low, and that's a part of the track that hasn't been used a lot. And when we do these tracks that are really worn out, if you can get to the surface where no one's run, there's more grip.
Sammy Smith, scheduled green flag pit stop, and comes at lap 140, Dylan.
Yeah, that's right. This is the first domino to fall, so start to expect some other cars to come in here. This is a track position game as well for the Smith cars. You see a chassis adjustment there in the back window just to try and take advantage of these new tires and pick up a couple spots while these other cars are just struggling along here, getting to the end of their window, or the start of the window. So 4 tires and fuel for Smith. He's been fairly happy with his race car here over the course of the late run.
A couple of things to point out. Everybody going to have to pit here, right? But once you make this pit stop, you're in the window to go the distance. You won't have to come back unless we get a caution. And a lot of these drivers do have a set of sticker tires laying in the pits. So if we got a caution late, they would likely come again after this green flag cycle.
But I think the interesting part about Sammy Smith, as we talked about, he put tires on and he went up and was able to win stage 1. He has a set of scuffs in the pit. He's kind of banking there won't be another caution. So he's going to put his new tires on now and hope that this thing runs out green. They've already kind of dug their bed. Like if the caution comes out again and they have to put another set of tires on, they're going to be behind.
And you see here Taylor Gray hitting pit road, Quapple hitting pit road right now. This is sort of forcing some of the cars he was racing around to take this chance to get down pit road, Dylan.
And so we'll start with Carson Quapple on the left side. He was just tight sliding up to the wall and then got free off the last 10 laps. They'll take 4 tires, make an adjustment on his car. Taylor Gray has still been struggling with rear grip. Feels like the car is out of the racetrack. They'll make a track bar adjustment. You see that there, the wrench in the back window. 4 tires and fuel for the 54.
Typically when the cycle begins, you really force the hand of the race leader because of all the time you can make up on those tires. But for Larson, your advantage is over 6 seconds. So a couple of things. One, you could stay out longer in case the caution would fall. You got a little bit better tires at the end of the run if it stays green. And the other thought is here, margin for error when you come to pit road, because you have such an advantage. You can make sure and really be careful.
Well, and Adam, you referenced 6.5 seconds on Sam Mayer, but it's 12 seconds on Austin Hill. So really it's just one guy right there that he's racing. I mean, it's almost a half a lap that he has on the 3rd place car.
Here's Brandon Jones, Kim.
Yeah, and that bright yellow Menards Toyota. Brandon again, biggest weakness if he's in the throttle, it's pushing the front to a tight condition. You'll see the chassis adjustment quickly there. 4 fresh tires, Goodyear full. Sam McCauley, the crew chief, has been so complimentary
competition's
We got
biggest
green flag
drivers are
pit
making
stops happening. Here's
We're
Sheldon.
only showing like 12 guys on the lead lap. Sheldon Creed is in, Kim.
And Sheldon is reporting tight on exit. He just needs it to turn way better. You see the chassis adjustment there. That crew member having to get out of the way of that other car. This team has had a couple of slow stops today, so they're looking to pick up the pace here under green. Dylan.
Jesse Love in the two-car pits. He was struggling in 3 and 4 to roll speed up against the wall. They were coaching him the last few laps to try and do that. Then he was just too tight in the center. They went 2 rounds up on the track bar. Saw that just a minute ago. 4 tires and fuel, Cam.
So you see on the left side of the screen, that lime green and white 41 car of Sam Mayer just way too loose. He doesn't have anything for the 17. That's Kyle Larson. So they make a slight adjustment as they put on thicker tires and take Goodyear fuel.
Goodyear fuel?
Austin Hill there on the right side. He said it fires up way too tight and takes
She just said Goodyear fuel.
He said the adjustments are only touching the car at the end of the run, not the beginning, and gets a little free on throttle late in the run. Dylan.
We saw the 41 as Sam Mayer pit. Larson wanted to cover, go a lap longer than the 41, who he's been racing here the last probably 50 laps or so. So you see him on pit road.
So Larson's pitting.
I heard him say anything on the radio the last few laps as Ryan Ellis pulls out in front of him there. Larson will hit his marks. Race car has been so good. Larson was just cruising there and putting it all on display just how good he is at this racetrack. They'll go around and change 4 tires, add fuel to the 17. Justin Allgaier in as well said they were neutral to free, and then entry they were tight. So he had all the spectrum covered there for Allgaier. They'll change
Good
tires,
stop there
add
for
fuel as
Larson.
well.
Zilic and Sanchez, the 2 drivers that are yet to make a stop in this green flag cycle. Once they do, it will circle back to Kyle Larson in the race lead. And everybody's going to play a little bit of a different game here, but you can't stay out too long or you're going to end up in a real bad spot. And as I say that, here comes the 48 of Sanchez to make his scheduled green flag pit stop. It comes at lap 147, Dylan.
The Miami native has been inside the top 10 for most of the day here. It's a good run going for Sanchez. They're going to free up his exit just because they felt the track was going to trend in the opposite direction. So there's the adjustment there with the chassis adjustment on the right side. 4 tires and fuel for Nick Sanchez.
Zilic has him now staying on the racetrack, but the 88 giving up the top spot, and the rookie will come down, get his service at lap 148, and that will put Kyle Larson back in the race lead. Let's follow the 88 into his stall, Dylan.
Yes, so Zilic runs long here, and he will be one of the last of the leaders to make his stop. His only report was just that he needed more security, so they're going to make an adjustment to get him a little bit snugged up there. He's got to wait for Myatt Snyder to get by. Now to make the hard left-hand turn into his pit box. A little bit awkward angle. Go with the tear off there on the front for Zilic. 4 tires and fuel for the 88 and chassis adjustment.
When this cycle of pit stops began, the advantage for Kyle Larson actually grew to 7.5 seconds over second place Sam Mayer. He was more than 13 seconds in front of Austin Hill. We were kind of having that discussion as these guys were making their pit stops. So with that, we come off of turn 4, back to the start-finish line, and we'll be able to get a baseline on what the difference is now. Showing 4.3, I'd like to see it cycle here as everybody comes back across the start-finish line to see exactly where he is. And there you see. So Mayer cut a little bit off of that through the cycle by coming a lap early.
I saw that right at the end.
I think that's going to be a penalty. We'll follow up when we return. Will be the second straight week Zilic got a penalty in the final stage. Kyle Larson, your race leader.
Penalty for Zilic.
50 to go in South Florida.
When choosing the right gear,
Steph made a shot from full
or mow
court,
your yard,
longer than
Ace
full
has
court,
all the power you
was it
need to
during
get the job
warm-ups?
done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Oath by Super Hydration Body Wash. The sweet scent of a honeymoon in Fiji. Moisturize with vitamin B3.
You better not be using all the Old Spice.
Can you get my bag?
These are the new Snack Factory Pop'ems, a pretzel take on popcorn. See for yourself in our weightless tasting room.
Surprisingly light and crispy.
They're so incredibly munchable.
Delicious.
Snack Factory Pop'ems. Rethink your pretzel.
Spring starts with savings at the Home Depot.
What are you working on? I'm starting off with a clean slate.
starting to love my yard again.
These work well in the sun. Perfect.
Start your spring with early saving at the Home Depot.
Introducing the X-Back from Copperfit, our groundbreaking technology designed for compression support of your lower back and core like you've never experienced before. The X-Back evenly distributes the support across a broader surface area of your back for relief of lower back aches and pains. An orthopedic design alloy support panel and 4 built-in flexible stabilizers to help improve alignment and promote better posture. Available at getxback.com. Copperfit, feel the difference.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
He's dominated the last 2 NASCAR Xfinity Series Martinsville races.
And it's going to be Eric Almirola.
Next Saturday,
It is so much fun to come and drive these race cars.
it's up to Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, and the rest of the field to keep Eric Almirola from his 3rd straight Martinsville title.
I just needed to get from there to here first.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series, live next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific, only on the CW.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. And by Toyota. Let's go places. Under 50 laps remaining in this 200-lap affair for the NASCAR Xfinity Series at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Going to break. We saw the 88 of Connor Zilic making his green flag pit stop. He clipped that tire, and I was curious, if the tire gets out of the stall, could there be a penalty? NASCAR said, no, there was not a penalty for that. However, they were penalized for having someone over the wall too soon. So the 88 once again going to have to pay a debt to NASCAR in the final stage of the race.
It almost looks like it was just that other car was pulling out and those guys jumped too soon, Parker. Not necessarily just the timing of the 91 of Mike Steyer pulling out his box and the 88 trying to get in.
From these angles, it's tough to see when the crew was out there for us. Maybe try to get the video from NASCAR, what they used to make that call that can kind of show us the timing a little bit better there as to when the crew was actually on the ground compared to where the car was on pit road.
Yeah, I mean, these stops and all the timing of that is so choreographed. And these teams worked all week long to make it happen. And just that hesitation that Zilic had to make to wait for Myatt Snyder could be an enormous difference in the timing of the crews and when they jump down off the wall. You know, I'm looking here, and the advantage was 7.5 seconds before the cycle. It went to 4.5, the advantage for Larson over Mayer. Now it's down to 3.7. How much of this is maybe Mayer made a little adjustment, they made Carlo better, or is Larson just saying, I might have to run this thing all the way to the end, I'm just going to play conservative and take care of it?
Well, I think it's very similar to what we've seen all race long. The 17 and the 41 have been close for 15, 20, 25 laps, but 17's making all the money as they go through traffic.
Jameis Winston to the Giants?
He just doesn't
That sucks. I hate the Giants and I like Jameis
He might be
Winston.
making the money in traffic, but the driver that may be making the money at the end of the day.
That's a good setup, right?
It really was. I thought you were thinking of me there. Is Sam Mayer. Because if you look at our bumper, the 4 drivers in green, if you're just joining us, are the 4 going for the dash for cash. Whoever finishes the best today gets $100,000. Sam Mayer trying to do it for a 3rd time. And while he's not where he needs to be to maybe go out and win this race, he's got a 10-second advantage over Austin Hill, Allgaier, and Love back there. And it's crazy to me, but they're all in the top 5 and Allgaier there despite a penalty earlier in the race.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch this. And Adam, I just can't help but laugh because we talked to Sam Mayer.
It's a long green flag run.
I love it when Kyle Larson shows up to race. He's like, that's who you want to be to know he's as good as there is at Miami. And I would say if there's any race you could pick to run second in, it would be the one that running second might pay $100,000, Parker. That's a good one to finish second in. Right.
And how this works, if you finish in the top 4 today, you're eligible next week. And as of now, it would be the 4 drivers that get it this afternoon that are competing here this afternoon that would be doing it again next Saturday in Martinsville. So that's something we'll follow as we finish things out here. But right now, it looks like Mayer.
Yeah, everybody is good to go to the end.
Are going to be the ones that find themselves in a position for a big payout 2 weeks in a row.
Almost everybody, I don't know.
Sheldon Creed would love to get in on that. Riding in the 6th position. I feel like like everything that's happened today has been done quietly just because of the dominance out front for Larson.
Nice.
I want to go back and tell the story of Connor Zillage, and we got some video from NASCAR that might help us understand the penalty. There it is.
Right, because the crew can only be there one pit stall before the car gets to their pit stall, so they're already in the stall, basically on the ground. You see that before the 88's even in the frame, which tells you that it was really early there. And I think some of it could have been checking up for that 91 because you see him.
So now there's only 8 cars on the lead lap.
But that really shows you how early they were on the ground before he got to the stall.
Yeah, some of those are close. That one, it was not close. Yeah, that was very black and white.
You know, he's 18th right now, 1 lap down, but he's 10th in line of the drivers that are a lap down. So it'll be very difficult for him to get back in the game here today with only 39 laps to go. And I just rewind to last week in Las Vegas. I think it was Carlo that talked to him after the race, and he mentioned the fact we're doing a lot of positive things. Obviously, we have a win. We're locked in the playoffs. But it's just a few minor mistakes that this team has had to overcome. And hey, they've got a little margin for error because of the win. I feel like once we get later in the season into the postseason, they'll have this where it needs to be.
And if you're going to make those mistakes, make them now. You know, we've got months before we get the playoff time, which they're locked into with that win right now. So basically, they have all this room and leeway to make these mistakes, clean these things up. Last week it was speeding on pit road. Now it's on the crew side a little bit. Just clean up and get to your best and your best execution when you get in the playoffs. And that's when you can do that as a rookie, that creates an outsized great year over what we've seen out of other rookies. And I just think he gave himself that chance, and he gives his team the chance to make these mistakes by getting that win at Coda.
I think what's so frustrating though for Zillage is that it keeps happening. The final stage, on the final pit stop, he puts the whole race together, and then those mistakes happen, and it's frustrating.
The mistake for the other rookie in Junior Motorsports came at the start of the race. I mean, Carson Quapple pulls out a line. He's got to do a pass-through penalty. But what about the comeback for him? He had never seen this place before today. Not great in practice. Does a decent job coming out, qualifying the race car. And now he's got a chance to finish inside the top 10. He's racing the 8-4 position. That's his teammate. And the 54 is another rookie, Taylor Gray, who started on the pole today.
He's super talented. Carson is so talented. I know he's a rookie, but I watched him go into 3 and 4 the last lap, scraping the wall all the way around it, went to the bottom the next corner in 1 and 2 and gets by Sammy Smith. It's incredible to me how fast these guys can learn a racetrack. To come here, get 25 laps of practice, and then to be able to do what he's doing right now is just super impressive.
Look at Sam Mayer working the lap.
Thread the needle.
Unbelievable into 41. Let's get a report on the 8 car down to Dillon.
Well, you know, we talked about their pit move earlier where they flipped the stage and then being the first one to pit on this last cycle. Just wanted to point out, being the first one to pit there, they did gain some track position. So they pitted from 11th, and then once everything cycled back through, they'd jumped up to the 8th spot. So I think that was the right move from Philip Bell, who's been pretty aggressive on their pit strategy today. They are falling back a little bit, but just want to make note of their stage points. They've scored 12. That's the second highest of anybody else today. That's their goal. They feel like this was going to be a challenging racetrack for them. Wanted to maximize their day with stage points. They've done a pretty good job of that right now in the 8 car.
Well, and he came into the weekend 6th on the leaderboard, right? And you just want to find your way to the next race in a better position. And they've managed it the best they can. And I love what Dylan points out there. The stage points are going to be enormous as we go through.
And there's just nothing wrong with getting a massive points day. You know, you might not get the finish you want, but having those stage finishes and getting that stage win early in the race gives them the possibility of having a massive points day, and that can propel you so far, especially in places you just don't think maybe this is a place we're going to win, right? So let's go after getting the max amount of points that we possibly can, and that's what that team is definitely doing.
I feel like we race in this world of wins, top 5s, top 10s, and then when stages were introduced into NASCAR, all of a sudden you race worlds of, well, how many points did I get today? Because it pays off so much at the end of the regular season.
Well, I remember earlier this year when I kind of went out on a limb and said, you know, it's probably a little early to talk points. And someone in this very broadcast booth said to me, oh, it's never too early to talk points. I'm like, man, you could have waited till the commercial break, Jim.
Well, I know that seems early, but that's the world we live in. We race all year long, trying to race for a championship, to make the playoffs. That is just the world that we live in.
When I was racing the last 2 years, it became so amazing to me to see how much much those stage points were worth. As I went through the season and noticed the times we were missing out on stage points, it truly added up. You can get great finishes that have a great average finish, but really hurt yourself if you're not scoring stage points, which makes qualifying really important. It makes calls like the 8 team did to take tires there and win a stage really crucial when you look at the body of the whole season combined together. They're just massive when they pay out, and you get a stage win, you can finish 10 places worse off of that.
B's in section 236. That's crazy.
It can really help you make up for what otherwise would have been a bad day, Kim.
Yeah, and Austin Hill, despite running in the 3rd position, has been battling a tight condition all day, and maybe that tight condition contributing to some tire problems at the end of stage 2. Remember, he had right front corning. Well, the tire you're seeing now, that's the tire that was just pulled off on the stop under green at lap 145. That corning you're seeing again, this time the corning though was around the entire circumference of that right front tire instead of limited to a certain portion of it. And with this stage final run up to 7 laps longer than the last run, Parker, would you be concerned if you're Austin Hill in that car with multiple tire issues?
It's a good question, Kim. I mean, when I see those sorts of tire issues, the first one after stage 2 was decent. That's maybe a tick worse, but it's not horrible. Remember, we went basically a full fuel run, which he'll do now. He has that information inside the car. He knows how it's handling. He can, as we said before, he can help that a little bit, a tiny amount. It is slightly concerning because you start to feel that and you hear it, as he mentioned earlier on the race. But I feel like at the amount of laps they ran and knowing that this is a similar run right now, with the gap he has behind him, it's not a terrible place to be, as long as he knows it, continue to take care of it.
I wouldn't be worried. I would just hope that someone else has the problem before I do, because as you look at the running order and how far that Austin Hill is behind, not just Larson, but Mayer, who's racing for that $100,000 dash for cash, he needs a caution. So he needs someone to have an issue to bring that caution out. And based on what we've seen earlier in the race, Adam, I think we could get a caution before this is over.
I think we could, and among those drivers that wouldn't mind seeing it maybe to put themselves in a better spot, even though he's a lap down, is Harrison Burton. But I've got to say, and I go back to some of the comments Dylan had about Sandy Smith and their points day. If you rewind to Coda, Harrison Burton wasn't having a good afternoon, but they manipulate the strategy to get a stage win. Danny Upland, the crew chief, a rookie in that regard, has really done a nice job of putting this team
Monster Energy Series, yeah, it's not coming back.
Strategies to maximize their day. And when it wasn't strategy that got him the points, it's just been a fast race car. I know they had high expectations today because Harrison has won here, and quite honestly, this
I don't even know who Craven Moorhead is.
With Brett Moffitt behind the wheel, but they're going to take top 15 finishes. 3 top 10s this year. That's
how I feel about it.
In all of 2024. So the 25 continues to stroke that ball right down the middle and give themselves an opportunity to make the playoffs. And right now he's 6 above the cut line and in the top 10. That's great for him.
It's really been a building process, and he's been integral to the whole building process of putting everyone in place there at AM Racing, which I think is really impressive for Harrison. We've talked a lot about how, he got removed from the Cup Series. He wants to prove that is a mistake, and part of that is not just going to maybe some of the fastest cars in the series, but going to a team that he could help build and turn into a more of a contender than they've been in the past. That's exactly what we've seen him do. And Danny Eflin is a big part of that, and those two working together to make that race team break into being more of a playoff contender than it has been in the past, and we're seeing that right now. And I think for me personally, Jamie, that's more impressive than just hopping into Joe Gibbs Racing and saying, hey, he won 3 races. That's a major statement for Harrison Burton in his young career.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that they've overachieved on their performance, and the fact that it's new, I can only imagine that they're going to continue to get better and better. I think they've done a tremendous job so far this year, each and every weekend.
Ask you guys a question that I often asked myself when Reddick was here and trying to win championships, when this was the season finale and this is where we came. Reddick would have this enormous advantage, right? And he would still be out there riding the wall, and I'm like, just get off the wall. Right. Don't throw this thing away running the wall. So with that, Kyle Larson, 8.7 second advantage. Why do you continue to run out there? It's just he's so comfortable with it.
Yeah, it's definitely a rhythm. But I gotta tell you, as we're riding along with Williams Wallich, you just saw Larson go by and running right on the wall. I mean, it looked like he's just hitting it. And when you're in Zwalch's position, you're like, I want to do that, I just can't. Like, whether it's my car or is it me, Larson has a knack for this. Tyler Reddick, you mentioned it. Noah Gragson, I watched him do it for years here. Sheldon Creed, you see right there in the 00. There are just some guys that have a knack for it and are comfortable with doing it, right? Larson last night in the truck race, though, I heard him say with like 2 to go, he's like, I was like, well, just don't hit the wall. I think it's the first time I've ever heard him say that, because as you watch him, it just seems like he's never worried about that.
Let's talk about the battle for 5th. Jesse Love has it. Sheldon Creed wants it. Here is why this is a big deal. Oh my goodness. Creed just hanging on to it, slams the wall, sliding sideways, and drives by Love in the process.
Creed in the top 5.
But what an effort, the 0.
And that's going to put him in a really good position for next week, right?
That's right, the dash for cash. I mean, if Creed could get that spot away, and next Saturday at Martinsville, a track where he's really good, he could be running for the big payout.
He tried to get a little too much there as he wanted to. He got the wall again there, and he sort of had to pull it off the wall, and that gave Jesse Love the run on the bottom to reclaim that position. But look at the speed he has up there right now.
Boy, when you get it timed out right, that's such a good visual right there. If you miss it, it's terrible. But man, when you time it out just right, the car doesn't get out from underneath you. You see, he's going to pull down. He's got a lap car in front of him right there. Chris Wright, he's going to pull down. That's going to crush Jesse Love as he gets in the dirty air of the 0.
That was an awesome camera choice to be down there on that onboard watching that as it unfolded. But yeah, here he is down in 1 and 2. And basically he's up committed next to the wall and trying to get to the throttle, and the thing jumps sideways, and then he felt like it was going towards the wall, so he's trying to tug it away. And it ends up with that big old slide off.
It's a long green flag run. Been over 15 minutes now.
In the top 5, both the Haas factory cars are now there. And I noted this last week at Las Vegas that really across the board, Ford has continued to gain momentum as we've gotten into the season. But in the Xfinity Series, the organization that carries the banner for the Blue Oval is the Haas factory team. Was Stuart Haas. They made some subtle changes, but they have viewed this as a total reset. They really want to brand themselves and take this organization to a different level. And I have to say, they have come out doing some very positive things early in the year. If you can put both your drivers in the top 5 in this race and win a dash for cash and both be eligible next week in Martinsville, that
Sammy
is
Smith.
And now problems for the
pit road.
Sammy Smith. Unscheduled pit stop with 20 to go.
Looks like he was having problems.
And he said he thinks he's got a right front going down, so trying to look at it here, looks like the lettering's rubbed off, like he maybe got into the wall, and maybe that's what put the tire down. So he's going to come in here, and they'll change at least right sides and try and get it back out on the racetrack. Up into what was a pretty solid day all around for the 8 car.
He was running 13th and trying to get his 5th consecutive top 15 finish was the 8 Sammy Smith.
Looks like he's going to enter right up against the wall. Is he going to... He's going out of frame right there. Yeah, that's exactly what we saw. I think there was a little harder contact to bring him to the pits.
That wasn't quite probably it right there, so maybe it was later on that he got into the wall harder, which we've seen so often today. We talk about the risk versus reward, and that is some of the risks you have. Is how hard you get in that wall can blow out a tire. I've done it. Many have done it here. When you use that wall as for speed, unless you're Kyle Larson, apparently, you can just do it even when he has a gigantic lead of 11.7 seconds and still run next to the wall, not make a mistake. Sometimes when you're pushing up there,
Yeah, only 6 cars on the lead lap now.
And Adam, you just talked about this battle with Creed and Love for 5th and 6th. Well, the next car to get lapped is going to be Jesse Love. I mean, the pace that this 17 car is setting right now, and it
I
just
think Creed might get lapped.
We talked about Sam Mayer being able to hang with him for 15, maybe 20 laps, but as this pace goes on, the 17, it just doesn't have to fall off what the other guys do.
This race could end with only 4 cars on the lead lap.
Running high. This car you're watching right now, you see Larson have to get chipped up right there.
Got trapped in behind 14 to Garrett Smith. Saw Brennan Poole down to his left. Brennan's had a decent day, spent a lot of it inside the top 20. 21st right now is the veteran driver from the Woodlands, Texas.
Yeah, and even with that big chip up in the 17 behind Garrett Smith, he still ran the fastest lap on the track. It's unbelievable to see the pace that he can set right now.
He is just outrageous today, Dylan.
He is, and it was interesting, of course, this race was won on the bottom last fall by Austin Hill, so I asked Adam Wall, the crew chief on this 17 car, are you worried about guys being better than you on the bottom? And he said, no, we are so good on the top that they can run down there if they want, but we know when we go to the top side, we're going to be better than everybody. Last night in the truck race, after Kyle spun, he committed to the full top side all the way around, and Kyle said, it fixed all my problems, so they knew they were going to have to run up there today if they were going to beat everybody. He has put on a clinic right now, and it certainly took care of the problem that
Yeah,
was
Larson's led 118 laps today.
guys over 12 seconds between first and second race.
I know there was a lot of discussion heading into this weekend, even in our meetings early in the week, about what line you're going to have to run. And we talked about last year, Austin Hill won, not having to run the top. I just think that what set that apart is that you didn't have a Larson, a Reddick, a Noah Gragson, who I referenced earlier. There are just some guys, they're so fast around the top. I mean, if they're not in the race, then you don't have to. Sam Mayer doesn't have to run the top right now if Larson's not in this race. But to set the pace that 17 car's running, you got to commit to that. And there's just so few guys that are able to do what he can.
He just pushes the competition. And while you hate to see a big advantage like this, you do like what he brings to the table to make some of the younger drivers better. And last night he won the truck race. And he didn't have the best truck. He wasn't have the best truck. Probably wasn't going to get it done. He had to spin there. Comes back from that. Heim had all the issues with his truck shutting off. He drives by. He and Lane Riggs late and goes on to get the win. Here's what I love. Larson wins. He's humble about it. But after the race, he admitted, I didn't have the best truck. And he gave a ton of credit to Corey Heim, who's one of the great talents. And he also gave a huge shout out to Lane Riggs. And I would like to do the same because Lane is really turning a lot of heads in the truck series right now.
It's been, yeah, Lane has. He's done an exceptional job. And you mentioned it. I mean, Heim had the best truck last night. If he doesn't have the issues with the engine shutting off, he's going to win that race. But what you have to do if you're Larson or anybody else, you just got to put yourself in that position. That if someone else has a misfortune, you're in the right place.
So this battle right here between Brandon Jones and Nick Sanchez, this is slightly important. It's for 7th, but one lap down if whoever's the leader of this for at least the next couple laps would potentially be in the free pass position, which is wild to say, for a 7th place. So there's a lot on that stake here if we were to get a caution between Nick Sanchez and Brandon Jones. If you're in Nick Sanchez's position, you want to get ahead of Brandon Jones as hard as you can. You're going to drive as hard as you can to try and get that position as if it's for the win, because if that caution comes out, it's a new lease on life.
Well, and these guys, if the caution does come out, a lot of guys will do the wave around. We only have, 10, 12 laps to go, so a lot of guys are going to do that wave around. So if you can stay on the lead lap and you put the fresh tires on, you're kind of guaranteeing yourself a top 7 finishing position right now.
And if you're watching at home and you're saying, wait, there's only 10 laps left, I mean, absolutely does come down pit road. If you have tires, you come and get them here, no matter how many laps are remaining. Sam Mayer, well, he's starting to smell that cash. 7-second advantage over third place Austin Hill, and in position to win the Dash for Cash for the 3rd time in his career.
Parker, if you put yourself in Sam Mayer's position, you want to win the race, but you've got a pretty good cushion on 3rd place, and it's $100,000 to say, do you want the caution or not? Because I'm thinking I don't know if I can beat Larson. What if I have a bad pit stop? I think I'll take the money in the bank.
I think I'd take the money, the points, move on and say, thank you, boys. We'll be back for another time. Right now, I think that 17 is. He has been great on the short run, so it could give him that chance if they were to get that caution to actually win outright. But in the position of what he's racing for, the Dash for Cash, how big that is for these race teams. And for HFT, as you mentioned, restarting from being rebranded to Haas Factory Team from Stewart Haas Racing, wanting to start with a clean slate. That's just another notch for them to go out and get the first Dash for Cash of the season.
And Adam, you mentioned it just a little bit ago. If, those guys winning it, the top 4 today, they get to race for it again next week. And you just have to remember that it keeps coming around like that right for the next 4 weeks.
It's a 50% chance that your team wins next week.
Pretty good shot.
Let's get to radio. Jesse Love 6 right now.
I can just see him struggling. I'm trying to help as much as I can. Feel bad for the kid right now. We just have to top of straight forward. He won't do it. He knows it. They're all driving by us on the top of straight forward. That's just the way it is. He wants the bottom to work, just like he wants top to work at Richmond. It was a good working day for that.
All right, so Jesse Love has been lapped. 8 laps to go. Only 5 cars on the lead lap. Sheldon's next to be lapped.
Jesse Love said, I want to make that bottom. He's committed to it. He even tried to qualify, and he just lost a lap there to Kyle Larson now.
I don't know if Sheldon will be lapped.
Up the 6th place, only the top 5 on the lead lap. But I think, to the team's point, this is somewhere you can't be married to something. You gotta be more adaptive. You got to be.
Is that real? Oh shit! It is real. Taylor Gray around.
With 8 laps to go.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And Larson said,
that's crazy.
Kidding me. Jesse Love, who just gave up that position.
That was a 58-minute green flag run.
Position deficit here to pit. He takes the wave and all of that.
He is, but I just, to clean up the Jesse Love comments, I'm okay with him committing to the bottom, because if you're not comfortable around the top, you'll hit the wall, and you won't be fast. So I think you have to pick your battle when it's time. He's young, he has a long ways to go, and so I know those guys might be frustrated with him, but it's harder inside the car than it is on top of the roof.
Taylor Gray was in the 10th position when he went for a slide. So 7 laps to go as Larson comes across. You would probably make pit stops with maybe 6 laps remaining, maybe 5, depending on how quickly they open pit road here.
You just sent that.
3-4 laps to go. But with only 5 drivers on the lead lap and you have those tires, we've seen it here today, right? It's a no-brainer. You come down, you get the tires, and then we have got some kind of restart coming to finish this race.
And with his lead, he's going to have a massive gap here to get off pit road.
That's a really good point. No pressure on this pit.
No pressure whatsoever. No pressure on him to be fast on pit road. He had a 16-second lead. He's got so many cars between him and Sam Mayer. We see this replay here. Taylor Gray getting very sideways off of turn 4.
I think he got turned right there. You can't see if there was contact from the car, but that was awful late spin.
Also, the left rear, when we see him go back running here, or the right rear was down. So I wonder if he blew that tire out as well, hit the wall, coming off the corner, and Harrison Burton was right behind him. So wouldn't be the first one we see today.
You know, we talk about drivers maybe doing the wave around and all that as we look at one more replay here of the Taylor Gray spin. Connor Silich, after the penalty, has been able to drive through some of these lap-down cars and work his way back up to 11th. So the 88, despite the problems here again in the final stage with a miscue, could put themselves in the top 10 again. And Taylor Gray, you know, kind of like last week, they were in a really good position at Las Vegas, but they had the equipment issue on their final green flag stop, then they had a loose wheel, and it took away what could have been a great afternoon, and they just didn't get the payoff with speed. Earlier today, he got his first career pole in the Xfinity Series. What about the 7, Dylan?
Well, they're another one that's rebounded from a pit penalty in stage 1. I love Jim Coleman's pep talk here just a moment ago.
We got you a whole different ballgame right here, brother. Qualifying mode. We went from discipline to motivation. Copy. I like that.
Discipline to motivation. Do it on pit road, then go get it on a restart.
And with just a couple laps to go, these teams will pump those tires up. They can add a bunch of pressure, make them fast right off the start there. You don't need to wait for those air pressures to come up. So this should be some fast laps. So you see Larson gets to pit here.
Larson's pitting.
Time before we see Sam.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's because everybody.
Pressure off the 17, but they'll have to adjust on the 17.
I don't know. Somebody, Sheldon, stay. Nah. At this point, he'll stay out.
Go ahead, Kim.
Top of your screen, Austin Hill. He said we freed it up, but it probably needs more. Still a little bit tight. Chad Haney, the crew chief, said don't overpush anything on this stop. Told the crew we don't need a penalty. Middle box, Sam Mayer. Fire off has been good for them. Pretty equal, actually, the team has said to the 17 on fire off balance. Good. So 4 fresh tires and a splash of fuel for Sam Mayer, Dylan.
For Kyle Larson, bottom of the screen, just an air pressure adjustment. He said I can be freer for this short run. The 41 is going to be really good. So
Larson's going to win the race off pit road, obviously.
Because Sam Mayer is going to be knocking on the door.
The race off Progressive Pit Road, and I say race in quotes because there was no race. Easy Larson with that advantage he had. Mayer comes off second. Everybody holding serve here because they were so far apart when they entered. It's Hill, Allgaier, Creed, the top 5. Love does get the free pass. He scored in 6th. He'll be able to pit 2. And then we'll figure out what everyone else does and what it will look like with inside of 5 to go for this restart. And hey, this is fun. Round 2 of the Dash for Cash is next Saturday evening. First official short track race of the year. We're in Martinsville, Virginia, the paperclip. Eric Almirola going to be back in the 19, looking to make it 3 in a row at that short track in Martinsville. NASCAR Countdown Live comes your way 4:30 Eastern Time on CW Dash for Cash. And going to be so much on the line, and it is just a fun little racetrack. So Larson has dominated this race. He has led 129 laps, and he's going to be in charge when we return to the green flag. But there's so much on the line here because those up there racing with him have got their mind on $100,000, and they would love to seal the deal, beating Kyle Larson on a restart and taking it away from him in a place like Miami where he's so good.
Do you go at the bottom behind him? I would take the top. Yeah, so listen, obviously the bottom is the safer bet. I would take the top, though, because if Larson spins his tires, if something happens, if someone behind Larson gives him a shove and spins his tires, I just want the clean air, and I'm fine with being on the outside on this restart if I'm going for the win.
Here's the 2, Dylan.
Yeah, and this was a welcome yellow for Jesse Love. Not only did he get him back on the lead lap here so he can go for the win, he really was struggling with the race car. We heard the radio, just wasn't exactly happy on the bottom, was a little hesitant to get off the bottom. I think they're going to get him dialed in here and at least be a little better, and he'll have a shot here with 3 laps to go.
You know, you look at Jesse Love coming off the pit lane. I think about where Austin Hill is. Here's another thought process. As
I think it's going to be 2 to go when they go back
A
green.
win today for RCR would be the 100th in the history of that organization.
Yeah, and we're talking about Larson, winning the truck race last night, trying to win Xfinity and Cup over the next 2 days. He also won a sprint car race, a high-limit sprint car race.
On
Wednesday night, by the way, yeah. So he mentioned that. He's like, it'd be pretty cool to win 4 different cars over, 4 different races in 1 week.
How about this? The driver leading the most laps has won only 2 of the last 6 races here in Miami. Larson trying to finish it off today, Dylan.
Well, they have been so good on the long run. We just saw that there. You got a short run here, so what's your driver got? Does he got a good restart in him here?
Yeah, I hope so. We bumped up the pressures a little bit. The 41s had us on the short run, had matched our speed on the short run all day, so I think we got what we need to hold him off here. HenderCars.com Chevrolet's been great all day on the long run, so yeah, I think we got it.
You've worked with him for a few years now. How impressed were you, though, with that 15-second lead that he built up there? That was awesome.
Yeah, it's super impressive. That's Kyle Larson at Homestead. We kind of knew that coming in, that it could be like that, so it's cool to sit here and watch that happen.
And we'll see how this shakes out. As Adam said, the 41 car has been the car that has challenged them the most today, so they're ready to go battle them out here.
I've never really wanted to be a crew chief, but I'd like to be a crew chief. Kyle Larson at Homestead.
Hey, Kyle Busch at Bristol. Take either one of them. So we're pretty sure Larson's going to take the bottom. The leader's taking the bottom every time in both the truck race last night and the Xfinity race today. But
So we're actually going to overtime.
You're going to have to defend the inside going into turn 1. Knowing this is a green-white checker, there's no one's going to hold anything back. I think Mayer takes the outside. It's just going to be how that launch goes and who gets the help and who doesn't. And to try to explain to everybody at home, this is like ice. Like, even though you're on new tires, but once they start spinning on this restart, you can't do anything about it and until you get to the corner. It's just so hard once they start spinning, and then the guy behind you wants to help you. Like, no, I don't need help.
Right, make it worse.
Let me get it straightened out.
Coming to the decision point here. We'll see what he does.
Oh,
there he goes.
Takes the inside.
He did his homework. Saw what was happening. All those restarts.
He had a lot of shots and could never put it together.
Never made it work on the top side. We should talk about why that higher line doesn't have as much grip. Remember, that's where the race cars run predominantly throughout as they're running laps, and that asphalt just gets sort of dull and worn down in that outside groove. That inside asphalt that doesn't get run on over the last years at this track and this pavement has been here has some coarseness to it, so the tires can grip there and get going. That outside groove is proven to just be really worn.
And knowing the position that Austin Hill's in on the outside, I'm cheating on this one. Oh, Joe, let's go a little bit. I'm going to take my chances because even if he launches a little early, if he can't get the power down, you just got to hope that you can time it out right. And that's what he's got to be thinking inside of the car.
And we are going to go past our scheduled distance. So with that, this will be overtime. Reminder of the overtime rules. 2-lap shootout. Once the leader comes around, gets the white flag, the next flag ends the race. Should the caution come out before the leader gets the white, we'll reset and do it all again. Kyle Larson has dominated, won the second stage,
all right.
Has led 100.
Going back green, it's going to be 2 laps to go.
8 laps today. Late caution is going to put him in a position where he's got to fight him off on a restart. Larson on the inside to his outside Austin Hill, and right behind Larson in the 41, the other car that's been good today, Sam Mayer.
Green flag, 2 to go at Homestead.
To finish it at the Homestead Miami Speedway.
Oh.
What a gift for Austin Hill right now. He gets quick
Wow. Oh my God. Yeah. Here comes Allgaier.
Racing for a win. They're racing for $100,000 in the dash for cash. I'm talking about the duo out front. The 7 of Justin
Oh my God.
the 21 of Austin Hill. They both won this year.
Coming to the white flag. White flag one more time around at Homestead. Oh my God. This is crazy. This is crazy. Allgaier pulls away. I think Allgaier has it. Wow. Larson, after dominating, the late caution comes out, fucks him over. He will not sweep the weekend. And Justin Allgaier is going to come around and win his second straight Xfinity race and win here at Homestead.
And you guys finally did it for me.
Oh.
He wanted to win. He had never finished in the top 5 prior to today at this racetrack. The early penalty, they stay in the game, the late caution, and how many times have we seen it? The late caution that cost Justin Allgaier a win. Today it gets him back in the game, and he delivers in the clutch.
Yeah, good for that team. And, you know, you mentioned it. I mean, 20 seconds behind when the caution comes out. Gets in the right position. And I promise you that the 17 of Kyle Larson wishes Sam Mayer would not have chosen behind him as it got him loose on the restart and gave Allgaier and Austin Hill the momentum that they needed on the outside lane.
And we saw Jeff Burton tore up there. He actually lost it off of turn 4, got in the wall hard. Didn't really take anyone else with him as he came across the line, but a hard hit for Jeff Burton to the outside wall for turn 4 coming to the checker.
Justin Allgaier gets his second consecutive win this season. First time last week he had won at Las Vegas, first win at Miami today, and as he crosses the finish line, look in the distance coming off of turn 4.
See a white and blue car there right up next to the wall coming off 4 now. He's going to get sideways and the car whips to the outside. Somehow doesn't take a bunch of cars with him. That was Jeff Burton. This been a hard hit on the inside as well.
Two hard impacts right there. First repeat winner of 2025. We had gone 5 races, 5 different winners. Allgaier changes that. It's his 27th career victory. He jumps out to 9th on the all-time wins list, matching Jeff Burton in that category.
And Adam, you mentioned it. I mean, Justin should have won Phoenix, dominated that whole race, was not, you know, had a late race restart, very similar to the guy you see on the right that dominated this race. The late race restart, though, cost him the win. You can see the frustration in Larson. The excitement over there on
Here's
the
Allgaier.
Allgaier wins. Mayer is second. Hill ends up third. Larson fourth at the end of the day after leading 132 laps. Creed gets in the top 5. Love, Jones, Sanchez, Daniel Dye in the top 10, and so is Carson Kvapil. It's going to be another fun celebration, Kim.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks of Justin Allgaier in victory lane. You did it at Miami, too. Let's talk about that restart. You did a great job covering the top. How did you hold them off? We're talking Larson, Sam Mayer, both so good.
Just a testament to this team. You know, I always say God is good, and today's one of those days where it wasn't our day. We got behind, and we were able to persevere. And to get this trademark nitrogen brand professional agriculture Chevrolet in victory lane is special. But I told you yesterday, if there's anywhere I could win, it would be here, because I just feel like this place has gotten me so many times. So thank you to all the fans that are here. My wife and daughters were supposed to come today, so they're back at home. I love you. All of our partners, everybody at Junior Motorsports, Hendrick Engine Shop, Hendrick Chassis Shop, everybody Chevrolet, Hellman's, Jared, Carolina Carports, Toughco, Sam, Off-Axis Paint, Arai, K1, everybody that's a part of this. But Jim Pullman told me right there at the end, he said, we got a shot at it, and we did. And I was actually bummed to see the caution come out, and it worked out in our favor. So I'm bummed that I maybe got the triple from Kyle because I think he's going to have a great shot at it tomorrow. But we're in the right place at the right time. I'm really proud of this race team.
And oh, by the way, $100,000. Richard, you won the Dash for Cash. How does that feel?
That feels great.
Yeah, Justin Allgaier won Dash for Cash.
So huge thanks to Xfinity and Comcast for all they do for this sport. That last restart was as fast as Xfinity Mobile, but the rest of it wasn't. But just so much fun today. And I love being a part of this sport, and it's really cool when you have a day like today.
Congrats.
Thank you.
A big day here for Justin Allgaier and this team, Dylan.
It was a big day, too, for Kyle Larson. 132 laps led, ultimately a fourth-place finish. How do you even wrap your head around the disappointment of the result after the day you had today?
I don't know. I've lived through it a number of times here, but yeah, obviously bummer again to have another Homestead race play out that way. Just yeah, I can't go when my rear tires are off the ground. So I know it looks like.
Alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna end this shit right here. I want to thank y'all for watching and.